Hospital, Belmont Technical College, Whitesides of St. Clairsville, Upstart, OBMC and East Ohio Regional Hospital, Ohio University Eastern, your local Rax restaurants, Belmont Harrison Career Centers, Gary's Body Shop, and Belmont National Bank. Losing isn't something the Bellaire Big Reds are used to. In fact, last year's 3-7 mark was just the third losing season in 19 years under John Magistro. One of the losses a season ago to the Wheeling Park Patriots. The Park would lose 4 of their next 5 before winning 4 straight to close the season at 6-4. The Big Reds, meanwhile, lost 5 straight to close the season a year ago. Bellaire put that behind them last week with a 28-14 win over Bishop Reedy to open the season. Can Bellaire make it 2 straight to start the year, or can Park pick it up where they left off last season? Find out next on 7 Sports. Wheeling Island Stadium, and tonight, high school football on WTRF as the Wheeling Park Patriots play host to the Bellaire Big Reds. Hi again, everybody. Scott Nolde along with the coach Dan McGrew along for the broadcast here tonight of the Patriots and the Big Reds. Dan, week 2 of the high school football season, but week 1 for the teams from West Virginia. The boys from Ohio got an early jump on the teams from West Virginia last week. Obviously, getting a chance to play should be somewhat of a benefit tonight for the Bellaire Big Reds.
Yeah, it should be, but you got to look at it the other way. Park's going to be hungry. They've been hitting on each other. And as I said last week in the broadcast, I always was scared the second game because your kids are always ready to first, and I always thought kids had a letdown in the second game, and that's what Belaire's got to, fight off. And but once you say they got some experience for their younger kids.
When you look at it from Wheeling Park, and obviously we talked about this last week, but in an opener, is there a situation where you don't want the kids to be too high to start the game from Mark Nardoni's standpoint?
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with the opener. I think it's, for every game. As a coach, I was never a rah-rah guy. I always said if I tried to make a Newt Rockney speech, I'd probably laugh at myself. The problem with people getting high is they want to say the term getting up. The first thing goes wrong, you deflate, you never get them back. So, you try to keep them on an even keel and, have them thinking what they're supposed to do, and everything will come out.
You look at Wheeling Park, it all starts offensively for them through Brad Kowski. He's the guy that runs this offense. He's back as a second-year quarterback for Mark Nardoni.
Yeah, he got a lot of time last year, and I just talked to his father, who played for me many years ago, and kid's excited, a little bit nervous, and the father, I think, is more nervous. But, the kid's got some talent. He's not a real big kid, and I think if they utilize him properly, he can do what they want done.
You look at Bellaire's side, it's almost like you can't believe how much speed this team has. John Magistro's really been blessed, once again, with a lot of speed and skill.
Yeah, he's blessed with that, but the one thing he doesn't seem to, now maybe he will down the road, he doesn't seem to have the thrower he's had the last few times out, the years, and but I think he's going to have an awfully good running attack, and I just talked to John out there, who also happens to be one of my ex-players, and John said he's got 5 or 6 kids that come out there and run the football, so, that's not a bad situation, and he sure heck has size in the line.
No doubt about that. They've got some big boys up front, guys like Adam Lucy that are well over 300 pounds. Should be another good matchup. Wheeling Park won this game a year ago, 24-20, here at Wheeling Island Stadium, coming back with a strong second half to defeat the Big Reds. Bellaire hoping to erase those memories with a victory here tonight. The kickoff is coming up next here on WTRF. Sport your colors for all your athletic letter embroidering, tactile, silk screening. We do it all in-house. Varsity jackets and team uniforms at school prices. Call today.
Ever get the feeling your bank's one big computer?
Good luck, Bellaire Big Reds, from your local State Farm agent, Kevin Davis. Kevin Davis, 232 32nd Street in Bellaire. 740-676-7799. We're back at Wheeling Island Stadium awaiting the opening kickoff tonight of our contest between Wheeling Park and Bellaire. The Big Reds will take the ball first offensively here tonight to start. Wheeling Park lining up to kick things off and get things underway here tonight. Kyle Ackerman, number 29, the kicker for the Wheeling Park Patriots here. He'll do the punting and the kicking duties as far as kicking off goes. Nathan DiLorenzo is the place kicker for the Patriots. Alan Kaplan's back deep to receive for the Bellaire Big Reds, along with Mike Fisher in the middle. It'll go up and over the head of Kaplan, and an automatic touchback as it goes into the end zone for the Big Reds to start off their opening drive here tonight. at Wheeling Island Stadium. Let's take a look at those offensive starters for the Bellaire Big Reds, led by quarterback Dominic Liberati. He's joined in the backfield by Damon Jeffries and Brock Redmond. Several other guys will also see duties back there as well. Maurice Jeffries, Josh Fisher, Jason Wiggins. Some of the wide receivers to watch along the line: Adam Lucy, Matt Duvall, Wayne Krall, Jeff Porter, and Adam Shellcross. 1st and 10 for the Big Reds on their own 20-yard line as we're just underway from Wheeling Island Stadium. Wiggins in motion.
Whoa.
And on the reverse here, coming back to the near side is Mike Fisher. Patriots read it pretty good and string it all the way out for only about a 2-yard gain. Let's look at that Wheeling Park defense for the Wheeling Park Patriots. The defensive ends include Nick Stefano. There's Kevin Scott, one of the tackles. James Tewksbury at nose guard. Eric Haney and Jamie Ziegler is the other defensive end. Linebackers include Cody Tomanek, Todd Kresovic, Joey Subasic as a corner, along with Justin Friend, Justin Wood, and Brandon Johnston are the safeties. Gain of 2 on 1st down, 2nd and 8 for the Big Reds. Shotgun formation. Liberati looking to run with it on his own, and he's going to lose 2 yards. Only able to get it back up to the 20-yard line, and to me, Coach, that almost looked a little bit like a busted play. Maybe it was delayed. It's supposed to be a delayed quarterback draw, but it looked like.
I thought maybe it was a draw. Park got good penetration, and yeah, it's hard to say there.
For a moment, it looked like he wanted to deliver the handoff, but then just was forced to just try and run it straight upfield. Loses about 1.5 yards. Back almost to the original line of scrimmage of the 20. So it's 3rd and long for the Big Reds here. 3rd and about 10. Liberati to throw. Got time coming to the near side. It's tipped and nearly intercepted. Justin Wood for the Patriots, number 4, almost getting a hand on it.
It Parks out in their normal 50 front. They're playing a slant and a monster to the field. Bellaire that time come out in the slot formation to the left and tried to load it up and hit a tight end down the middle, and just a little bit high.
It was Ziegler for the Patriots that got that hand on it to knock it up out of the air.
And I'll tell you what, you got some good pressure by Tomanek from the linebacker coming.
Here's the punt for the Big Reds. Justin Shepard punting it. Returnable ball for the Patriots, brought back to about the 40-yard line to the Big Reds, and Wheeling Park will have good field position. Mike Wakeham returning it for the Park, and Wheeling Park will have excellent field position for their opening drive as the offense comes out on the field, led by quarterback Brad Kowski. The rest of the offense includes Cody Tomanek at fullback, David Fortney's the tail, Justin Wood and Justin Friend are the wide receivers. Along the offensive line, Mike Beaver, Kevin Scott, Zach Kochi, Eric Haney, Tewksbury, and Nick Stefano is the tight end.
Blaire's out in a 4-4. Parks out, motion coming out. They were in a strong right. They bring the motion. They come out. They fake the reverse. Good pressure.
Kowski looking to throw. Throws it to his underneath man. That was the tight end, Nick Stefano. And as you said, Coach, Kowski was under a lot of pressure that time. Tried to get the ball away, but just threw it a little low for Kowski to have to, for Stefano that is, to try and go down and get it off the turf.
Yeah, Stefano coming. He tried to run a bootleg out there with the drag, and ball was just underthrown. Pressure.
Let's look at that Bellaire defense here quickly. Boston, Lucy, Shellcross, and Jeffries up front. Linebackers for Bellaire include Shepard, Mancini, Smith, and Kaiser, and the D-backs we'll get to after this play. Here's Kowski on 2nd down, giving it to the fullback, Cody Tomanek, and Tomanek does a nice job to pick up about 3 yards, carrying a couple of would-be tacklers down to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Tomanek is a good-sized kid. He's up to 210 pounds according to their program. He came on last year as an inside linebacker fullback and did an outstanding job. There's a situation where he might be one of the top players in the area.
Yeah, from that fullback position, he really burst onto the scene last year and played a major role in Wheeling Park going 6-4 a season ago. Here's Kowski on 3rd down, handing it off to Brett Claw, and he'll get it down to about the 35-yard line.
Park's coming out with a lot of single back, trying to spread the field, move the defense out of there, and try to create a seam with formation. Bellaire's got good size inside, so they're trying to spread them out a little bit.
Both teams forced to punt after 3 plays. Ackerman will come in to punt for the Patriots, number 29. Back deep to receive, Josh Fisher to the far side, and Maurice Jeffries to the near. Here's Ackerman putting his foot to it. Beautiful spiraling kick that's going to, though, just travel into the end zone, nearly able to try and put that into the 5. He just didn't get a good bounce, and it bounces into the end zone. It'll come back out to the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you, so far, Park's shown that they have some kids that can kick the football. Both, I don't know, I couldn't tell if that's the same boy that kicked off or
Ackerman,
not.
yeah.
Ackerman?
He does the punting and the kicking as far as kicking off goes, yep.
But now he's kicked. The kickoff went through the end zone, and that one, if he'd got a bounce, he might have laid it inside the 10.
So Bellaire comes out for their second offensive series.
Bellaire's in the shotgun, slot right, split left. There comes the lead draw up inside. Heck of a play in there by number 65, Tewksbury from Park makes a play and held it to maybe a yard gain.
Yeah, at the most. James Tewksbury played well a year ago along that defensive line for the Patriots, and he's lined right up over the center at that nose guard position. He's a big guy to try and move out of the way. Weighs over 250 pounds and plays that position well for the Patriots at nose guard.
This time, Bellaire's in a shotgun again. Slot left, split right.
Snap back to Liberati.
Same play the other side.
Slides the ball in, and Damon Jeffries still on his feet up over the 35 and down to about the 36-yard line. Gain of about 16 on the carry that time for Jeffries, and it's a Bellaire first down.
Jeffries is their big back. They got him listed here at 220 pounds. That's pretty good size for a high school running back. They ran the same play that they ran the previous time. They run a lead draw out of the shotgun and run it to the left side, to the slot side. This time they're under the T. They're in a double slot look.
Here's Liberati under center now on 1st and 10 from the 36. He'll give it to Jeffries this time. Park does a nice job to stand him up. Jeffries staying on his feet. But the Patriots rush to the ball well. Nick Stefano finally helps out on that tackle along with Todd Kresovic, number 68 as well, coming in to take Jeffries down.
Jeffries is down. He might have got his bell rang a little bit. I think Bellaire setting a base option up that time. You know, they come in there and give it to the number 1 back, and then.
Now he's up now.
I'll tell you
Jeffries.
What. He said, "I'm all right." How's everybody taking it? I think he got his bell rang a little bit. They had him set up.
Doesn't want to come out, but I think he has to come out for at least one play.
Yep.
See if we can see here on the replay. Park did a good job, really, to
stood
slow
him
that
up
down.
And they come in there and they give it head-to-head.
With Stefano.
Stefano come in.
Looks like they might be looking maybe at his right leg or knee. I don't know if it got kind of caught up underneath of him as he was getting taken down or not. Bring him out, like you said, have to come out for at least one play with the injury timeout on the field.
He's limping, maybe twisted.
Yeah, might have twisted a little bit.
Somewhere.
We'll put him on the bench and look at him real quick. So it brings up 2nd down and about 11 when we get started up here. So it was a loss of 1 on the play. Really, other than the one big run for 16 yards, Park defense has done a pretty good job, at least on the first 5 or 6 plays or so, to kind of close that line of scrimmage down.
This time, once again, they're in a motion out of 2-back set. There comes the base option.
Liberati keeps it, and he's going to be. There's a fumble. Ball is loose on the turf, and I think Wheeling Park is recovered.
I think Tomanak's on the ball.
No, I think they're getting. No, Bellaire did get it back.
They ruled him down.
It looked like it might have been Kaplan, number 45, that came out of there with it for the Big Reds. Park had a shot at it, but couldn't get on top of it. See if we can look at it.
I thought maybe it was Tomanak in on it.
All right, here's the replay. Liberati just keeping it.
Tomanak in makes the play.
Big Reds are able to recover, but it's a loss back to the 28-yard line.
2nd and 8, or 3rd and 8.
Third and 18.
Motion into it. There he is.
Liberati to throw, pressured by Tomanak, and it's nearly intercepted. Oh, an ill-advised attempt that time by Liberati. He nearly threw it right into the arms of James Tewksbury that time for the interception.
That time they brought Tomanak straight up inside on a blitz from the inside linebacker spot. Blair didn't handle him.
We liked Tomanak a lot a year ago, Coach, as a sophomore.
Oh, excellent.
And he's already shown early on here tonight. He's even improved, I think, early on in his junior season, if you will.
And he's about 15 pounds heavier, too, maybe even 20.
Bellaire to punt again. Wobbly kick off the side of the foot that'll go out of bounds at about the 44. So Wheeling Park once again will have excellent field position to get things started here. They started their last drive on the Bellaire 40. Now they'll start on the Bellaire 43-yard line after the punt from Justin Shepard. Mark it at the 44, goes out of bounds.
Well, Park's got to start taking advantage of this position sometime, and I'm sure Coach Nardoni would like to get one up quick. This time they're in an I, twins left, or twins right.
Tomanak is your fullback. Fortney lined up in the tail. Kalski under center on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Fortney.
Running isolation.
Not much running room at all. Bellaire right there.
Damon Jeffries.
Yeah, he's in on the tackle that time for the Big Reds. Brian Mancini also in on the tackle.
Justin Shepard.
And Shepard joining the action as well. No gain.
I'll tell you what, it looks like Bellaire's playing a lot of man-to-man coverage.
They're just blowing up the middle part of that line of scrimmage.
Well, I tell you, they run an isolation up in there with a fullback, and Bellaire just jammed Tomanak straight back in, and it's pretty tough to run when your fullback's in the way. I-right formation.
Here's Kalski under center again. Wood split to the top, Friend to the bottom.
Bootleg.
Kalski's going to roll, looking for a block, gets it, but then he's going to be taken right down at about the 46-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 2.
Ryan Kaiser, the outside linebacker, played awfully well that time. Played awfully well. He's the contained man. They boot back, and he sat there and waited on. You know, this is the thing that I think Blaire's going to try to do. I think he got to put pressure on the Kalski boy. And I think that's what they're trying to do. And it looks like Park, he's not a real tall boy, but I think Park, they're trying to get him outside, so maybe he's got better vision. I don't know.
Ziegler split to the bottom here on 3rd and about 12. Kalski on the draw to Fortney. There's some running room, but boy, what a great tackle.
Number 29 for Bellaire. Yep. Excellent play by
Scott Antonic that time with the tackle. Right at about the 43-yard line, and what looked like was going to be some good running room for Fortney closed quickly.
That's an inside linebacker, and that's the way they're supposed to play.
Yeah, that's the way you
look
blow that
for
play
him like that. That looked like a pretty good play coming for a while there.
Well, the defense is playing well for both teams early on here. That's for sure. Here's Ackerman again. Let's see if he can try to place this ball inside of the 10.
Blaire's got a return. They're trying to run a return left.
Fisher takes it at his 5. Park have people in the area, and he's going to go down at about the 8-yard line. Covered well that time by the Patriots. Kresovic, number 68, in on the tackle for Park, along with number 63, Zach Kochi, as well. And another good high punt by Ackerman.
It looked that time like Bellaire had a return set up to the left, and young Jeffries came right with it. Maybe that's because the ball was kicked to the right hash.
Now, you know as a coach, especially in high school football, how important a punting game can be if you have a good punter that can put the ball deep like that every time.
You know, field position is the name of the game.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's not too many 40-yard runs in high school football.
And the thing is right now, if you're Wheeling Park, they have not taken advantage of the good field position.
No, they haven't.
Bellaire's been pinned back in their own end. This is their worst start of the night. Fisher takes the handoff, and he is taken down quick. At the 5-yard line, Tomanak in on the tackle again for the Park.
Number 65 for heck of a play in there. Tewksbury again. Got penetration to come in. Bellaire tried to run a lead draw again.
Well, that's a loss of about 4 on the play. Officially call it 2nd down at about 13 from the 6. And this is a situation for the Patriots, if they can keep them 3 and out. With the way the punting game's gone for Bellaire, you could be looking at even better field position for the Park here.
There's a shotgun, slot left, flanker, or slot right, flanker left.
Loose ball on the turf once again. And oh boy, Bellaire for the 2nd time. That was a quick whistle too. Bellaire for the 2nd time avoids a possible fumble deep in their own end.
Yeah, that was recovered by Brian Mancini.
Yeah, boy, Johnny on the spot that time. Watch it here. Liberati rides it in, but...
Well, I think they were in motion there. It's once that lead draw.
Tomanak.
They're bringing Tomanak up the middle, and nobody's handling him. He's coming clean.
That was a real quick whistle. All right, this is a big 3rd down for Bellaire. 3rd and 14.
Double slot shotgun.
From their own 5. Yeah, Liberati back in the gun.
Looks like he's checking off.
Watch Tomanak inching up. He's going to drop back now. Liberati trying to come down the sideline. Well... thrown out of bounds that time, intended from Maurice Jeffries, but it goes out of bounds, and now Shepard's going to have to punt from his own end zone here.
You got to keep the ball in play.
You know, the way this also works, too, though, Dan, as you know, if you're Bellaire, if you can weather this field position, then it really starts to turn the momentum the other way. Now Shepard here, deep in his own end zone, just about 2 steps from the end line. You want to get a good snap here. They do. And he gets the best punt of the night he's had. And why in the world Wheeling Park calls for a fair catch, I'll never understand. Mike Wakeham calls for a fair catch at the 46. That's Park's worst starting position of the night. He probably could have run for about 15 yards, and Mark Nardoni lets him know that as he gets to the sideline.
He had a lot of running room there.
Wakeham just a sophomore, so out there tonight for the first time on punt returns on the varsity field. But as you can see on the replay, he had lots of, boy, there's nobody near him. He had a blocker in front of him.
Well, he did one thing. He caught it.
He caught the ball. So.
Okay, Park's in an offset eye right with a slot to the left.
Ziegler and Wood are split to the bottom for the Patriots here. Here's Kowski. Rides it in there to Tomanak on a delay, and Tomanak will get maybe a yard up to the 45, not much more than that.
I don't know whether that was a blown play or not.
It seemed like a delayed handoff.
Well, Tomanak went over to right tackle, and the right tackle and the right guard pulled left. I looked like they were trying to run a counter, but I don't know. Maybe somebody. Of course, maybe they're just trying to false key him.
Now it brings up 2nd and 9 for the Patriots. And again, this is a situation for Park. You've had 3 excellent starting positions. You want to try and take advantage of something here soon.
Split backs.
Park wants a timeout. Or maybe they didn't. Mark's not too happy on the far sideline, I can say that. Well, on the Gary's Auto Body scoreboard here, as we take a break with them, no score here in the first quarter. 3 minutes to go. We're back with more in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Wheeling Park High School.
Q0 Graphics Equipment, located in Bellaire, is the authorized Xerox sales agency for the Ohio Valley. Call today to discuss your office equipment needs, 676-8000. Good luck, Bellaire Big Reds, from By Golly It's a Gula's on Belmont Street in Bellaire. By golly, stop in and see us.
We're back at the stadium. Wheeling Park with a 2nd and 9.
Slot left formation, split backs.
Here's Kowski.
There's the counter.
There's Tomanak. Cody Tomanak stumbling his way, if you will, down to about the 36-yard line. He's close to a Wheeling Park first down. We'll have to wait for the initial for the official's spot here. And the thing about Tomanak, Coach, is that you like it. What makes him such a good fullback, I think, is he takes a hit, but he bounces off of it and keeps on running.
Well, and he also delivered a lot of hits. But that play there, that was the counter, bringing the backside tackle and guard. That's the play I said the play before looked like they're going to run it. Somebody did the wrong thing, and that's what it was. Here they come out there and they come in. They're in a basic eye right formation.
Yep. 3rd and short.
Look for an isolation coming up in. Tomanak leading.
Kowski
there it is.
Gives it to Brett Clough. Clough will push his way over the 35 and down to about the 34-yard line. So Park picks up the first down. That's their first of the evening.
Clough made the first down, but I'll tell you what, Tomanak made the play.
Yeah, with the
He
block.
come up here. Bottom of the pile was Lucy. Lucy's a big fella out there.
Well over 300. They have him listed as 305. We had some Bellaire people say he weighs more than that. But that's what they have him on the roster, is at 305.
I know his dad gay well. I don't know what I want to feed him.
Well, Park gets the first down, and they keep the drive alive. 1st and 10 from the Bellaire 34-yard line. Tomanak lined up in the wingback position
They're
this time.
trips right, single back.
And delay a game, I think, against the Park.
Well, and they were run to Clough again. They were trying to run a quick pitch and load the formation, get an extra blocker out there.
And, you know, that's, in a way, that's inexcusable here at the Island Stadium when you've got the big play clocks down in the corner of each end zone.
Yeah, but
as a quarterback, you've got to get that play off.
Well, a lot of times now, let's be realistic, and I know I was guilty as everybody else.
Get the play into
them.
Yeah.
You know, I used to be on the sideline. I said, well, I want to run this, I want to run that, and I got a coach telling me this, and I'm thinking this, and probably the majority of the time the play get in late was my fault.
Yeah, by the time you get it in, there's 15 seconds on the clock. They got to get out of the huddle and get to the line.
Okay, they're in a trips left. Watch for the pitch left. They come and run a beer trap.
Tomanek gets a couple.
I'll tell you once again in there. Mancini again. They run a beer trap up inside. They took it on pretty good.
Mancini's been in on a bunch of tackles already for the Big Reds from his inside linebacker position. Playing well early on here. Park gets a couple back, maybe a yard. It's now 2nd and 14 after that delay of game penalty. Park will send Justin Wood to the top and Justin Friend to the bottom here with split backs behind Kowski on 2nd and 14.
Split right formation. A straight drop back.
Going over the middle to his tight end, that's Nick Stefano, and Stefano has it down to about the 29-yard line.
Just come in, run a hook up into an open area in the zone, and he hooked up right in front of the safety. Stefano's a big kid, about 6'4", and I guess about 220, and everybody's awful high on him, so I'm sure that Coach Nardone is going to try to do what he can with him.
Receiving attention apparently from a lot of Division I schools with his size and his hands that he has. A lot of people would like to have a chance to work with him because of his skills. Here's Wood split to the top and Jamie Ziegler split to the bottom this time for the Patriots. And Kowski looking to throw. Forced from the pocket. Got Fortney open. It's tipped and intercepted. Fortney tips it right into the hands of Mike Fisher. And Fisher's got excellent speed. Look out. Mike Fisher stays inbounds. No, they ruled him out of bounds. All the way back at the Bellaire 37-yard line. Boy, Wheeling Park's lucky there because Mike Fisher would have just taken it to the house.
Well,
put on a show last week against Bishop Reedy and showed the speed that he has right there to the Patriot fans.
Fisher's a young kid. He's 5'11", 150, 155 pounds. He got great speed.
You always work on that tip drill as a coach for defensive backs, and here's why. Fortney just tipped it right up into the air. Perfect for Fisher to pick it off.
See, there's a situation again. I was talking, Bellaire's going to put the pressure on Kowski, and the young man should have just tucked the ball and got what he could have got. But he's trying to force a play.
Unfortunately for the Park, that's the 3rd drive tonight in which they've had a starting field position inside the 50 of Bellaire. And they've come away with nothing. Here's Liberati trying to run, and there's Cody Tomanek one more time.
Tomanek's awful good. I'm going to take a look at this. I don't know whether he's reading it that quick or they're sending him.
See if we have it on a replay here for you or not, Coach. As the quarter comes to an end. Here it is.
Yeah, you can't see where he comes. No, he was on a blitz.
Good speed to track Liberati down. And
they've sent him 4 or 5 times already in the first quarter. I look for Bellaire. Bellaire's coaches up here will see that, and they're probably going to take advantage of it down there.
Now we've gone through 1 quarter scoreless from the island on the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard. Bellaire nothing, Wheeling Park nothing as we go to a break. We're back with 2nd quarter action right after this. There's a look at Fisher on the sideline, the man who had the interception late in the first quarter to set up this drive for Bellaire. And there is Cody Tomanek one more time, just blowing that play up. The handoff to Damon Jeffries, and he had no chance. And Coach, I wasn't reading at that time. Maybe you were. Are they just sending Tomanek on a direct blitz on every play? So you just reading it that quick?
I was watching him, and I don't know whether he's reading.
Watch this, how quick he's in the backfield.
Whether he's reading the lead back or not. His back's taking off, and he's coming.
I mean,
whether he's reading. But I'll tell you, if you look in there, Bellaire's just not handling Park's line.
Now, Jeffries had no chance once again, and that's happened multiple times
Once
tonight.
again, that's that lead draw. See, and what I don't understand is these linemen from Bellaire, all they got to do is turn them out.
Well, it sets up another 3rd and long for Bellaire. It's 3rd and 16. Twin wideouts to the top, single set to the bottom here.
There's the lead draw.
There's the draw. Tomanek slips as he tries to make the tackle. Bellaire's going to get a nice gainer out of it, but still going to be about 8 yards shy of a first down. Kaplan, the ball carrier that time for Bellaire. Alan Kaplan, number 45. He'll gain some good yardage. But it was 3rd and 18.
That
it's
time
set up 4th and 8.
They handled it pretty good. They ran the draw that time. They had a nice hole. But, once again, Bellaire's doing some things well. But, they have a negative play here that loses 10 or 15, and then, it makes it difficult.
Well, here's a chance for Bellaire, though, to start to play a little bit of this field
position game.
Yeah,
playing on the middle of the field now.
Yeah, because they have the ball up to the 40. Shepard, the punter now. See if he can't try to place it deep into the Park end or not. Gets a good snap. Not much pressure.
Another decent
little
looking
end
punt.
over end boot. Wakeham, no fair catch this time, trying to get to the corner to turn it upfield, and he'll get it over the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Loose ball, but is ruled down, and Park will take over on the 31-yard line, their own 31-yard line, and this is without a doubt their worst field position of the night.
Dalto and Ney down to make the play. Good coverage. Ball's on about the 31-yard line.
You know, for Bellaire, and not to harp on it too much, but when you do talk about field position, it is such an important part of the game.
They survived the whole quarter,
right.
bad.
They survived that whole first quarter. Now they have a chance to play on Wheeling Park's end of the field.
Park's out in a Twins right eye. Unbalanced.
Here's Kalski under center. That's Tomanek actually as the tailback, and he'll take the handoff.
Pretty good lick in there. Number 70 from Bellaire.
That's Clay Boston
up in there. Once again, they went unbalanced or end over, whatever you want to call it, and tried to outflank Bellaire by the formation, but they handled it pretty good. That pretty good lick.
And a straight up hit that time by Clay Boston. Tomanek's a hard-nosed runner too. He got about 3.
Yeah, he just stuck him pretty good. You see it right now. Boom, right here. There it is. I mean, but Tomanek didn't bounce backwards. He was there. Okay, this time they're split backs against split strong right.
Here's Kalski on second and about 8.
Cross buck trap.
Here's Clough. He's got some open running room. A look out. Clough's deep into Bellaire territory at the 30, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and out at the 1.
That was a cross buck trap. That's the old scissors play. Good looking play. I think it was number 72 from Park. Kevin Scott, who was the lead, the trap blocker on that.
We'll see if we have it here on the replay for you, and you can read it, Coach. Here's 72 right there.
No, 78 or there's 68.
Yeah, that'd be Todd Kresovic. Clough, boy, once he got out of the open, he had just wide open space and just came up a little bit short of getting into the end zone. They'll officially mark him out at the 2. Clough lines up as the fullback here, and Tomanek as the tail.
Well, they're going to power Tomanek straight up in there, I guarantee
Kalski gives it to Tomanek, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. He's close.
They held him up.
They'll get it inside the 1, I think, on this carry. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Patriots.
Clough is what?
5'11", 190.
That's pretty good size. I didn't realize he was that big. That's pretty good lead back. He had decent speed for a kid that size.
Yeah, for being a 190 kid.
You know, you got a 190 lead blocker and a 210 tailback coming up in there. That's a pretty good job by Bellaire.
2nd and goal from just about the 1. They'll split Ziegler out wide and Wood out wide and go with split backs.
Split right.
Here's Kalski under center. They'll give it to Tomanek again, and Tomanek is into the end zone for the touchdown. Wheeling Park strikes first. They get the big play from Clough.
I'll tell you, Clough, if we got a rerun on this, he got a pretty good lead block on that, too.
I'm sure we do here, Coach. We'll look at it one more time. There's Cody Tomanek making his way up off the bottom of that pile. As he makes it into the end zone for the Patriot touchdown. Nathan DiLorenzo will come on to try the extra point. There's Clough, number 15.
Right there, he turns him in. There was nobody there. He got in the end zone without having to really hit anybody.
DiLorenzo, the hold by Wood. The kick is up, and it is good. And Wheeling Park takes the lead over Bellaire on the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard. The Patriots grab the early advantage and lead 7-0 over the Bellaire Big Reds. Well, Coach, there goes that whole field position thing. Park gets their worst starting point of the night from their own 31-yard line.
That shows you how much I know.
Turn it into a 69-yard scoring drive.
Yeah, I just said there's not too many 40-yard runs in high school, so.
And Clough ran it about 50-plus. 64 yards. My man Bobby Gaylor, our statistician, rattles off to me here. Makes us look smart.
Oh, well.
We get to stand up here and flap our gums. That's big for Park, too, though, I think, to finally get their offense going a little bit. I mean, they're in their first game of the season. Right. You know, you go through a quarter like they had in the first quarter where you have great field position and you don't get anything out of it. You know, not one quarter into the season you're going to start to doubt yourself, but you like to have something good happen.
But, you know, like you said, you know, Belaire's been playing pretty good defense and wrong. Maybe, you know, they come out of there and they just ran a good play, and they run a cross buck action. I don't think John's real happy about it, but
you talk about good coaches.
Well,
they don't come much better than that guy right there.
If I was going to pick one in the Valley, I'd have, not because he was one of my kids, but I'd have to think awful serious to get somebody above him. I think he's one with good people, and he's one with average people.
Here's Fisher from his own 10-yard line. Got good speed, and look out if he gets to the corner. Gets a good return up and over the 30 to about the 31-yard line. Brandon Johnston helps to bring him down that time, number 31 for the Patriots. Another good kick by Ackerman, too. Sent it deep inside the 10 to about the 5-yard line, but Fisher with good speed, able to get a return of about 26 yards that time for the Big Red. So they'll start out this drive from their own 31-yard line.
I'm looking for Bellaire. Bellaire's got an awful lot of speed. They're in a slot right, split left, split back. I look for Bellaire to start attacking on the perimeter with all this speed.
Liberati to throw, and it's incomplete. Dropped by Josh Fisher, number 15. Liberati put it right there.
All right, a little low. Come on, you got to make those plays.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Big Reds now after the incomplete pass on first down. Yeah, I mean, we talk about all this speed that Bellaire has, and they've got that to their advantage, I think, over Wheeling Park.
Once again, they're in a twins right this time. Flex left. There's that
again.
Fake the lead draw. He's got him in the middle.
Wide open in the middle, and look out, big time running room for Maurice Jeffries, and he is gonna be gone. Into the end zone for the touchdown. 69-yard scoring strike that time for the Bellaire Big Reds.
Well, that'll get you back quick. That was an excellent fake off that lead draw.
Beautiful fake.
They hit the slot man coming inside on a curl, and he's right in the middle. And I'll tell you what, he got a heck of a block that time from Josh Fisher.
Maurice Jeffries then just turned on the Jets, and he was into the end zone for the score. And it makes it now 7-6 as we await the extra point try by the Big Reds. Funny how that happens, isn't it, Coach? How we just kind of go through a first quarter where teams just kind of go back and forth, and then boom, boom, a couple of big plays back to back.
Well, you got a situation where, these coaches up here in the box have had a quarter to look over things defensively. We got a tie football game.
Penalty flag is
roughing
down
the kicker, probably. 84 come in there. Might have gotten in there a little bit late. I think it was 84. I hope I'm not calling the wrong boy.
Extra point try is good, though. That's Clayton Williams, number 23, the kicker for the Bellaire Big Reds. Excellent place kicker in his own right.
Never take a point off, John. Once you got it, never take it off.
You don't think he'll decide to go for two, right? There's Williams. Yeah, I think you were wrong. It was 31. Brandon Johnston.
Come in there.
Going for the block.
Yeah, that's one thing you learn. I learned a long time. You never take a point off.
Did you ever do it and it cost you?
Probably.
Just you try to forget about that, right?
I try to forget those things that didn't work out right.
Yeah, you put those out of your mind quick,
if you're
right?
behind, that's
sure.
a different thing.
Yeah, but in the second quarter of a football game here.
Right.
Now the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard now has it as a 7-7 game between Bellaire and Wheeling Park. Early on here in the second quarter, 8:17 to go between these two rivals. Patriots got on the board first. Brett Clough, a big run of 64 yards. They got it down to the 2, and then Cody Tomanak, 2 plays later, took it into the end zone. And then Bellaire on just the second play of this most recent drive. Dominic Liberati hits Maurice Jeffries for a 69-yard score.
We'd been talking earlier for about a quarter. That gives you an example. We saw the young Fisher boy on the interception that took it all the way in, but it was stepped out of bounds, and then we just saw this one go 69. That's a good example of the speed that Bellaire has.
Yeah, they've got speed.
I don't think Park wants to get in a foot race with them too often. Not saying that Park don't have some kids that got some speed.
Well, here's a key situation here, too, where the 15-yard penalty is tacked onto the kick. But the only thing is you don't want to kick it too far to where it goes in the end zone. You want to try and kick it up a little bit short, I think. Here's Williams. He will put his boot to it, and
he stepped
into the end zone.
That should have been called right there.
Fortney will bring it out and over the 20. I thought as soon as you stepped over the end zone line, it was a dead ball. Brings it out up and over the 20 to about the 24-yard line. So for Park, it turns out better.
Damon Jeffries was down on that play again. He must have overcame that leg injury because he could never made a good play.
Yeah, he's made several big plays since he went out that time. Fortney just tried to run it hard to the corner and got as much as he could. Return of about 24 yards that time by Fortney. So the Park's in an eye right.
Looking to try to answer that Bellaire score after they got on the board first.
Sweep. Tolmanek. No,
That's Fortney, number 21.
Fortney.
Bellaire swarming to the ball quick.
I tell you, Belaire's corners are outside linebackers now 4-4. Once again, that was the same. That was Kaiser, Ryan Kaiser. He played that awfully well.
Yeah, it brings up second and about 9. Not much Fortney could do with the ball that time. As you said, Kaiser helped get to the corner quick and really slowed that down for Fortney.
Well, see, you got those kids that play that position out there. No, it's 42. I'm sorry. That's not Kaiser. That's
42 Shepard.
Shepard's playing the outside linebacker.
Fortney in motion here. They're going to give the ball to Stefano. Nick Stefano will run over one tackler, but then gets taken down later by Jason Wiggins. Stefano will get it up and over the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's going to set up for Park about a 3rd and 3 situation here for the Patriots.
Yeah, you know, that looks pretty good, but you know, play like that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. I mean, you know, you're bringing the tight end back around, and you know, the kid's a great athlete. You know, I think if I was going to do that, I'd line him up the tailback and let him run. But I'm not questioning what their coaches are calling.
3rd and about 2.
Okay, they're in a double slot, single back. Here they come, hit the tight end down the middle.
Stefano has it knocked out of his hands.
Shepard.
Yep.
He had it in there. Shepard reached in and
just
get it.
Grabbed it right out that time. Kowski did a good job to put it in the right spot for him, but
that was the quick.
Shepard just pulled it out.
That's the play I look for Bellaire to come with Tolmanek blessed, give you some blitzes all the time.
Well, now the Patriots will call on Kyle Ackerman to come back out with his strong foot as the punter. Bellaire with the ever-dangerous Mike Fisher back deep to receive, along with Josh Fisher as well. Both the deep backs standing at about their own 32-yard line. Ackerman gets a good end-over-end kick.
Fisher.
He goes back inside his 30 to make the catch.
There he goes.
Looking to go back to the far sideline. He's got some good speed. Park did a pretty good job to really stay in their lanes that time and not follow him all over to the one side. And the Patriots get 69. Good coverage that time. That's 68 Kresovic again.
No, that was Travis Parsons.
Was it?
69.
Okay. Now Bellaire does have good field position, though, from the 40-yard line to start this drive now. Started their last drive on their own 31.
I think if Bellaire gets a passing game going with this speed they got in the running back spot. No, you're right. It was Kresovic.
68.
68. I must be going blind.
Yeah, those 8s and 9s a lot of times look the same, Coach.
These old eyes. Yeah. All 4 of them I miss it sometime.
Liberati trying to get Jeffries into the right position.
Double slot offset eye. There he comes. Nice play. I can't.
That's Redmond who took the handoff. Stefano's in there that
time.
On
the bottom of plus number 53.
Yep, that's Eric Haney.
Eric Haney
from his defensive tackle position.
I'll tell you, they played that pretty well. Lost a yard. About 2 yards almost.
And Eric Haney.
You know, and the Patriots have, I mean, they've gotten into the Bellaire backfield multiple times.
Yeah, but you know, the thing I don't understand right now is, as I said earlier, I thought they'd open up a little bit with the speed they got to try to get on the boundary.
Yeah, they did with Jeffries on the touchdown, although they hit him over the middle and then he got to the sideline. You know, single back this time with twin wideouts to both sides.
They're in a double slot motion.
Here's Liberati looking to throw
he got him. He got
sideline to Fisher, and he's got it, and he makes a great catch.
I'll tell you one thing about the Bellaire kids. Bellaire kids that are our receivers, ever since John's been down there, I can go back to Joey Galloway, Dave's and all that. Their kids have great hand-eye coordination, and they catch the ball.
Yeah.
Very seldom are they going to drop one. And if they drop one, it'll be an easy when they make the tough catch.
Well, he knew he was going to have to lay himself out, and he still gave up the body to make the catch.
I mean, Liberati just laid it right there. That's just a heck of a catch.
Yep.
Same formation, double slot.
First down from the Park 36 now. Here's Liberati riding it into Jeffries. Breaks one tackle and just kind of bulls his way over the 30 and down to about the 29-yard line. It's a gain of about 7.
Belaire's coming out. They're coming in a single back. And they're giving an option look. It's a very basic option, but it looks like there's only 2 phases to it. The number 1 phase is the fullback or the quarterback keep it. And I look for maybe they're going to run that and bring one of these slot men back in motion to be a pitch man.
Park wants a timeout with 5:04 remaining here in the second quarter. Yeah, I tell you, Coach, as you look at it on the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard, we're still tied here in the second. Liberati does a nice job riding the ball in there on those fakes, too. He really, he doesn't take any play off. Even when he's looking to throw it, he still rides that ball in there nicely to keep those linebackers at bay.
I talked to Coach Magistro before the game, and that's what he said. I asked him about the young man's low completion rate in the first game, and he said that he's not the true passer. He's functional. He'll get the job done for him, as we've already seen. But he said he's a very intelligent kid. He runs their offense well, and you are right. He carries out his assignments, and he's a big kid. He looks like he's about 6'1", 6'2".
6'2".
What's he weigh?
6'2", 200.
200 pounds. That's pretty good sized quarterback. I told John when he was out there, I said, heck, he looks like a tackle.
The thing is, too, and as a coach, when a quarterback knows he's going to throw the ball, sometimes he won't carry those fakes out perfectly because he knows he's throwing.
They're in a single back double slot again.
Here's Liberati.
There's the same thing.
Jeffries.
I'll tell you, Jeffries a hard runner.
Oh, you're not kidding. He is a hard one to bring down. He gains about 3 yards, and that's going to be, looks like enough for the Bellaire first down. Well, maybe not. From my angle, I thought he had the first down, but the officials not so sure just yet. Looks like they're going to have to measure.
Like I said, he's 220 pounds. He's running behind a 300-plus pound tackle over there. I think if I was Coach Magistro, I might take with young Lucy out there. I say, here, boy, just bury that guy over there. Let's see what we can do right behind you. And I think that's what they're doing right there.
Now they're going to bring the sticks from the far sideline and measure this one. Pretty close. If it's not a first down, it's going to be third and very short for the Big Reds.
He's about an inch short.
Yeah, boy.
See, I got that. My eyes got that.
I got that one wrong. I said he had the first down, Coach. Pretty short there for the first down, though, for the Big Reds.
Well, we've been in a situation, we were talking about field position, with the exception of the long run by Clough from Park. Since probably the last couple minutes of the first quarter, Bellaire's dominated this football game.
On third and short, Liberati's in the shotgun.
Well, maybe they figure they can pick it up if they need to. Maybe he's going to go for one.
He's got Damon Jeffries in the backfield with him.
He'll
give him the ball. Park, though, quick there, and oh, boy, they're going to lose yardage.
I don't think he did it.
I think they lost some yardage, Coach. I think he lost yardage back to about the 28.
I don't understand that call, but they won a lot of football games down there.
Yeah, boy, he got a pretty good mark.
Yes, he did.
Real good mark, but I think he might still be a little bit short. The thing is, with a play like that, the penetration that Park has been getting,
right,
and you start with your back 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, he's got to run 5 yards just to get back to the line.
Well, maybe he figured they were going to come and he could sneak him through because he did run that little lead.
Yeah, and he is such a bulldozing type back anyways. Here's the stretch of the chain.
Well, he made it that time.
And I think he did. Well, maybe not.
It depends on when he leaned the pole.
They're really eyeing it up down there. Oh, got the old credit card out. It's just short. Fourth down. Fourth and inches.
210-pound quarterback. I'm going to run a sneak right now on the first sound.
Might even just go untouched.
Could be.
Yeah.
Right now, get out of the way, official. Here we come. Park's jamming it up in there.
4th and inches. Less than inches, probably. Park bullying up that middle portion. And wait a minute. Oh, we don't have the... I think we're waiting on the stick on the chain to get set over there.
Yeah, that's Park's chain crew over there. Hold it.
Yep. I don't think the Bellaire coaches are too pleased with that.
I don't think I would be.
I wouldn't be, no. 4th and inches. They give to Jeffries, and oh, boy, it is going to be very close. If he got it, he just got it.
First man through made it pretty good.
Boy, Park was there quick, though.
The carrier, Jeffries.
Looks like he probably, well, I'm going to quit guessing.
James Tewksbury and Kevin Scott.
They made it by at least a foot.
Boy, that ball looks like it's pretty much in the same, well, yeah,
I'll tell you what, that's not a very good mark either.
They got a good mark last time. Now this time maybe not as good a mark, huh?
But he still picked it up.
Yeah. And here comes the chain gang again. Park did a good job to get to the ball, but as you said, that first man through really helped open that hole up. Oh,
that was not even close.
By a ball.
I told you it was a foot.
By a ball.
That's a foot.
First down, Bellaire. Keep the drive alive. 4:06 remaining before halftime.
Come on, get him going.
First and 10, Bellaire from the Wheeling Park 26-yard line. We're tied at 7 in the second quarter. Twin wideouts to both sides.
Double slot.
Damon Jeffries is the lone back behind Dominic Liberati under center. Rides it. Oh, my goodness. But Liberati holds on to the ball, and he's got running room to the near side. And gets it down
up about a yard. I'll tell you what, that was an excellent play. I didn't see who came up in there and took that lead fullback out of there pretty quick.
Was it maybe Tomanek again?
I don't know.
See if we can. I mean, Wheeling Park has just been in the backfield quick so many times. Stefano that time.
Come on. They bled him down. They slanted off, bled that end down inside. See, Park will get in there and they'll monster the field, and then they'll slant. They could slant away, could slant to the monster.
Yeah, brings up second and about 8.
Now they're in a double slot. They moved their defensive ends. There they come. Jailbreak. He's out there.
And here's the catch made by Fisher. He's got a Bellaire first down. He makes it over the 15 and down to about the 14-yard line.
On the bottom of that pile was Tomanek. I'll tell you what.
Park got some pressure on Liberati, but he was able to get the ball away quick and find Fisher for the Bellaire first down. Mike Fisher takes it to the 14, and Bellaire has a first down.
I think
from
they
that
just
spot.
let him come.
Yeah. First and 10 from the 14 for the Big Reds. Back in the gun is Liberati.
Shotgun, slot right, flex left.
Low snap.
He's got it.
Going to the end zone, got his man open, and it is tipped and knocked out of bounds. Good play by Justin Wood.
I'll tell you what, that time Ryan Paget in the middle, he looked like he was open, but I may have just caught him late. But that was more like a fade out there. Put it up in the air and tried to out-jump him.
And Wood did a nice job just to punch the ball away, not try to catch it.
I don't know whether we can see it. We can't see it on there. Right here, number 5, Paget looked like he might have had a shot at one.
Maurice Jeffries has the Bellaire touchdown so far tonight. They tried to go to him in the little fade route in the corner.
There they come again. They're the Twins right. Slot wing left.
Now they're going to change.
They're going to shift it over. Come into a 4-set motion of formation.
Loose ball, and Liberati gets on top of it that time. Boy, that's the third ball, if recollection serves me right, that Bellaire has put on the ground, but luckily for them, all 3 they've recovered. They've really put that ball on the turf a lot tonight. That's not good news. I know, the temperature is still high, so hands are sweaty. The ball does become slick.
I'm looking out there.
Loss of about 5, though, on the play, Coach. Back to the 20. It's 3rd and 15 now. So, Bellaire, you're kind of even pushing yourself out of field goal range here.
3rd down and 15.
Split backs behind Liberati and motion out of that. They're going to throw it to Fisher to the near side.
Speed.
He's got speed. He's at the 10, inside the 10, and out of bounds at the 5-yard line. He's going to be about a yard shy of a first down.
That was just a motion that I used to call a crack screen. Just swing it out to him and bring everybody back in the block.
Bubble screen, all those kind of terminology used now too. And just throw it out there on the side and let him run with his speed. Fisher out at the 5, and it's going to bring up 4th and about a yard, and the Big Reds will go for it.
See, the thing is, I see Brock Redmond's in the game, and he's banged up with an ankle, and I'll tell you what, he might be Blaire's best back.
Yeah. He'll line up at the tail this time. See if they go with the stick eye or the power eye here.
No, they're just in a straight double tight eye. Unbalanced, he's got a hole.
He's got the first down. There is a penalty flag coming from the near sideline. See what the penalty is, if Wheeling Park may have jumped into the neutral zone or if Bellaire had somebody move.
Kevin Scott.
It would be a big penalty if it was on Bellaire. Motion against the Big Reds. Oh boy.
That's a tough
You
goal.
don't want that one on 4th and 1, because now you're looking at probably 4th and 6 for
Field
sure.
goal.
And now you have Clayton Williams come off the sideline to attempt the field goal try here. Boy, that's a tough break there for the Big Reds, because they had the first down. It would have been 1st and goal from about the 3. Now Williams will be kicking from the left hash at about the 16. So you're looking at about a 26-yard field goal here. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Bellaire. Now that's interesting that the Big Reds would elect to take a timeout right there. Normally you don't want to ice your kicker, or maybe they didn't feel they had the right personnel on the field for the try, or maybe they still want to think about it. I don't know. Gary's Body Shop scoreboard has us tied up 7-7 with 2:22 to go here before halftime. Beautiful evening here in the Ohio Valley.
A beautiful sunset
Last
over there.
Friday in August already, Coach. Where have the summertime months gone?
Well, think
Goes
about
by
it.
too quick, doesn't it?
We're still in August and we played 2 games.
Unbelievable. I still think they start too early, personally.
Well,
that's just my feeling.
I've said that for years.
I don't think you need to start till maybe after Labor Day.
That's
almost.
all the playoffs. I'm not a real playoff guy. I think the rivalries are more important, and you know, I could get in that discussion about this is for kids and all that, but you know, who am I to make a call? I only have an opinion.
Yeah, we all have one of those. Now here's Williams now. He's back out for the kick. It'll be a 26-yarder from the near hash. See if Park could get any pressure. They've got Tomanak lined up right there in the middle from his inside linebacker position. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good.
And it's good.
Big kick by Clayton Williams. A 26-yarder puts Bellaire on top, 10-7.
But you know, we were talking about this there before the kick about starting so early. You realize that we're starting to play in the 23rd of August, and we're playing into December.
Yep, long season.
And then we want a kid to play basketball and track and, you know, the whole thing. You know, we're putting a lot of pressure on kids.
Yeah, they don't have much free time, that's for sure. A lot of stuff going on these days, no doubt about that. Well, Bellaire takes their first lead of the night thanks to the Clayton Williams field goal. I know John would have liked to keep that drive alive and get the touchdown, but I'm sure he's pleased to have the points on the board and be back in front over the Patriots with 2:18 to go here before halftime. So the Park will get another chance to try and answer that Bellaire score before the half. Obviously, they'd like to get a good return off of this kick. Set up with some good field position. David Fortney and Justin Wood are the 2 deep backs for the Patriots. Clayton Williams will be doing the kicking here for the Bellaire Big Reds. Beautiful night here at Wheeling Island Stadium.
Pretty fast-moving game.
Yeah. And the Big Reds breakout. Coming in tonight, 1-0 on the season. Beating Columbus Bishop Reedy last week at Nelson Field, 28-14. Nice win for Bellaire last Saturday. Here's Williams. Oh, a short kick.
It's all right.
It's going to come up, and there's Clough with it, and Clough trying to get outside. Bellaire does a good job to slow him down.
See who made that play?
Jeffries. Damon Jeffries
all over the field.
At the 35 is where Wheeling Park will start this drive. 1st and 10 for the Patriots as Brad Kowski in the offense come back off the sideline for the Park.
A lot of time.
Antonio Zalto and Damon Jeffries. And on the stop,
Coach Minkemeyer, our referee tonight, pulls it back into play.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Justin Wood will split to the bottom. That's Ziegler split to the top for the Patriots. Split backs behind Kowski on 1st down. Kowski with the draw.
Great
to
play.
Clough. And Clough trying to stay on his feet, trying to get some positive yardage, had no chance. Bellaire, good penetration.
Ben Smith blitzed. Got him in the backfield. On the bottom there was number 70, Clay Boston, but number 16, Smith, made the play.
Under 2 minutes to go now before halftime, 1:45. We'll try to have Coach John Magistro for you as the teams go to the locker rooms here at halftime and get his thoughts on the first half of the ball game. Kowski to throw.
Middle screen.
Screen got Nick Stefano. Stefano looking for some blockers. Loose balls on the turf, and Bellaire has it. Stefano had about 9 yards or 10 yards on the play. More than that, really, because he was about a yard shy of a 1st down.
That was pretty good looking
Loses
play.
the ball, and Bellaire comes away with it
Tight end
on the
screen,
fumble recovery.
middle screen.
Yep, picked up some excellent positive yardage for Park, but
I look for
Stefano unable to hold on to it.
Wrapped the ball, good hit. I couldn't see who come in there. Recovery was by number 11, I think.
15, I think it was 15. Josh Fisher.
Josh Fisher?
There he is right there, Fisher.
I look for Bellaire to try to get one here.
Yeah, we'll see if they try to go on the corners.
Yeah, there's Redmond. He's limping a little bit. He's only been in for a couple plays. And as I said,
watch Maurice Jeffries on the top here, Coach.
Yeah.
Line up to the top. They got single coverage out there.
They're going to load it up.
And we got to delay a game on Bellaire. You can hear the coaches above us screaming to get the play off. And they're going to lose 5 yards back into their own end to the 47-yard line.
Well, at this time, that 5 yards don't really hurt them.
No. Here's a look at the hit that knocked the ball loose. There's Mancini coming from the near side, and then the helmet from the far side.
I can't
tell who that is. Was what knocked the ball out of the arms of Nick Stefano and gave it back over to Bellaire. So Bellaire, as we said, have put the ball on the turf a bunch, but they haven't lost it. Park, however, has had 2 turnovers now, one by a fumble and one by an interception that have ended drives.
Motion.
Shepard back to the near side. Here's Liberati.
He's got him out
there. He's got Shepard, but it's intercepted by Wheeling Park. Taken out of the air by Justin Friend, and he's got blockers in front of him. Friend, stood up by Lucy.
Lucy put a lick
at
on
about the 38, but Wheeling Park takes the ball right back. Liberati throws the interception, and Wheeling Park, with 1:12, will take back over. Justin Friend there with the interception for the Wheeling Park Patriots.
Young Adam put a lick on him that time.
There's Lucy right there. He stood up, Friend, that's for sure.
He is a man for a young boy.
Here's the interception.
I tell you what, he threw this one up for grabs.
Trying to get it to Justin Shepard that time, and Friend was just in the vicinity. And watch.
What's this?
Friend knew he was going to take it. By Lucy.
I tell you what, he kept coming.
Yeah. Tried to run through him, but you're not going to run through 305.
No, I don't think. 300 and what?
Twin wideouts to the top for the Park, tight end to the bottom. Kalski to throw. Got Ziegler on the cut. Boy,
I tell you, Ziegler
looked late.
Ziegler looked like he was short arm and looking there, because I'll tell you what,
he was open.
He was flying through there. He sort of slowed down. Kalski, that might have been the best boy thrown tonight.
Put it in the area. Ziegler's got to get it. Ziegler in his first year of playing varsity football for the Park. Good basketball player. He's 6'3", 205.
Nice size.
Good size as a junior. And Kalski put it where it needed to be, and it's just a little short that time for Ziegler. Twin wideouts to each side now for the Park, and Kalski in the shotgun. Tomanek joins him in the backfield.
Double slot, shotgun. Redmond, he got outside of him.
Kalski trying to turn it upfield, and penalty flag.
There's somebody's helmet went flying. I don't know.
Tomanek lost his hat.
It flew that far.
Oh. There's a penalty flag on the play, too. I don't know if we have holding on the Park. One of the linemen trying to, or maybe if we have a face mask on Bellaire for pulling the helmet off of Tomanek. I don't know, because that was in about the vicinity of where the pileup around Kalski happened, and Tomanek was the fullback in there blocking. They're talking it over, are the officials. At about the 35-yard line. We have a minute exactly remaining before halftime, with Bellaire leading 10-7. I don't know if we can see on the replay what happened to Tomanek's helmet or not here.
I just said this was a fast-moving game. I should have.
Let's watch here. I don't know if we'll see it. There's Tomanek right there, Coach. Let's watch here. And right there. Oh, boy, yeah, Jeffries just grabbed it and just ripped it off of his head. Damon Jeffries, number 18, just grabbed the helmet off of Tomanek and pulled it right off of him. And that's probably going to be at least, what, a 15-yarder.
Well, that'll be 15.
That's a 15.
I don't know what the big discussion is.
And you know, and there's a play as a coach that frustrates you, because Jeffries has no reason to be doing that.
Jeffries is.
Tomanek doesn't have the ball. He's not going for the ball or going for a tackle. That's just a poor play.
That's just
personal foul face mask.
And
boy, and at this position too, Coach. Now you got a 1st and 10 from the 18. You got a 3-point lead before halftime. You know John's fuming over that one on the sideline right now. Gives Park excellent field position and a first down. With a minute to go, the Patriots still have one timeout according to the scoreboard here at the stadium remaining. Twin wideouts to the near side and to the top.
Double slot.
And Kalski's in the shotgun again. Tomanek lined up to the right this time. Oh, high snap. Fakes it, and Kalski trying to get outside. Good play that time for Bellaire's Maurice Jeffries comes up and just takes Kowski, that is, right down after a gain of about a yard.
I don't know. I don't understand that play either.
Now the clock runs, too, if you're Wheeling Park. So if you're going to, and that's a situation where if you're going to run a play like that, you might want to have 2 plays called so you just quickly go to the line of scrimmage and you don't waste the time here.
Double slot.
Shotgun again. We're down to 20 seconds. Park needs to snap the ball.
There
Kowski, he's going to have to call the timeout, and he throws it, but I don't know if they're going to rule that a fumble or not there toward the end. And
he was
they're going to say he was in the grasp back at about the 25, and he's losing yardage now, and now you got to call timeout, I would hope, with 4 seconds to go.
4 seconds.
Here's the replay again. Kowski really didn't have an opportunity, but you probably got to try and get rid of that. There's big Adam Lucy in on the tackle for the Big Red. So the defense for Bellaire making back-to-back big plays. Maurice Jeffries on the tackle on the previous play, and then Lucy in on the sack that time for Bellaire.
Park's going to go for a field goal. I don't know.
DiLorenzo is a good kicker. He's a senior.
This is going to be about a 32, 33-yard kick.
Well, the ball he's at the 25.
So it's going to be about a 43-yard kick.
Yeah, so he'll be back at about the 33-yard line. Yeah, it'll be a 43-yarder from the right hash. Didn't get a chance to watch him in warm-ups, but as you said, he is a soccer player and a soccer kicker. And he's got a pretty strong foot, I know that, but 43 yards is a long kick.
Yeah, well,
I can tell you that much.
As I was saying earlier about quick-moving game, it just took us 15 minutes to play the last 41 minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, we had played the previous part in about 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, Justin Wood is the holder. The snap, as I recall, in the extra point was not that good, so they need a good snap here and a good hold for DiLorenzo. A 43-yarder from the near hash. He gets it up, and it hits the crossbar and goes over. 43-yard field goal to close the half, ties the game at 10.
Pretty good kick.
Excellent kick there by Nathan DiLorenzo to make it a 10-10 ball game here as we get ready to go to halftime at Wheeling Island Stadium. So the interception does come back to haunt the Bellaire Big Reds. The officials are still talking about it here, and John Magistro is going to go out, and I think he just wants to get clarification that it did go across over the crossbar. That is, it appeared, at least to me, that it hit and just continued its flight over the crossbar, which of course is a legal play.
I thought it hit the upright.
Did you think it hit the upright? Well, we can try to look at it here maybe in another minute. We're getting Coach Magistro hooked up down on the sideline, and we'll be going down to him in just one moment. Coach John Magistro's down there. Coach, sum up the first half if you could for us there. You guys give up a late field goal, and now it's a 10-10 ball game. What are your thoughts after one half?
Well, the only thing I'm disappointed in is offensively we seem to have, we're not in sync with anything we're doing. Defensively, they're doing a great job, and we made some big plays after a while. I think our kids are real nervous, and I'm hoping this half we can come out and do the kind of things we're capable of doing.
John, this is Coach McGrew. It looks like you got an awful lot of speed there. I've been waiting for you to turn one of these kids loose on the boundary.
You're right, Coach. And right now, we've been the offensive line. We're finally getting some things straightened out. And I think we got to go there in halftime and draw up some things because we're not doing a very good job with our blocking schemes.
Is Park just getting too much pressure on you up the middle, too, kind of busting your running game up?
That's what I'm saying. Our blocking schemes need to be revamped here at halftime, and we'll see if we can do a better job in the second half.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck in the second half. Coach John Magistro heading into the locker room. We appreciate him taking the time to join us. We'll talk to Wheeling Park head coach Mark Nardoni as we get started for the third quarter of play. Well, we are at halftime here at Wheeling Island Stadium. Bellaire and Wheeling Park all tied at 10 on the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from the bands next here on WTRF. Welcome back, everybody, to Wheeling Island Stadium. We're at halftime where we're tied at 10 on the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard between Wheeling Park and Bellaire. Joining us down now on the field is Wheeling Park head coach Mark Nardoni. Mark, you got to be happy about that field goal you got right there before the half to tie this up at 10. Great kick from Nathan DiLorenzo.
Yeah, it was. We work real hard on that, and anybody knows anything about our program knows that, we have a pretty strong kicking game, and I simply told D'Lo, go out and hit it. I know you make it, and he hit it right down the middle, I think.
You guys are getting great penetration defensively on the middle part of that line. Guys like Cody Tominac, James Tewksbury, you're really blowing up the middle part of Bellaire's offensive line.
Yeah, we are, but it's time to make some adjustments because I know Bellaire has a great staff, and they're going to go in there and they're going to make adjustments there. So it's just counter, re-counter, and we got to develop some rhythm on offense, and to do that, I think we're going to have to run the ball a little bit better.
Mark, this is Dan McGrew. It seems to me sitting up here, and I got the easy seat seeing it, that, Bellaire seems to be hurting herself somewhat, but I'll tell you what, I think your kids are really playing hard, and for the first game, they're playing pretty air-free.
Well, Coach, we worked real hard on that, and we're trying to cut down on our penalties and our mental mistakes, and we're charting those things, and we made that a priority. Ball security and explosive plays. I think we're getting the ball security, but we got to work on the explosive plays.
What do you got to do here in the second half, Mark, to get a win?
Get some rhythm on offense.
All right, buddy. Good luck to you.
Thanks.
Mark Nardoni, head coach of the Wheeling Park Patriots, kind enough to join us here as we get ready to start the third quarter here at Wheeling Island Stadium. And I think he's right there. They've got to be more consistent offensively. They really have not been able to get a rhythm, and that's what they need to try and get this ball game more back into their favor.
Well, like I said, and I'm not saying this in a second-guessing manner. I think that Kowski boys, he's got some innate ability, and I think there's some things that they can do with him that they're not right now, and I think they're going to come to it, and they're going to do it because, you put him out on the boundary, out on the corner, you're putting pressure because I'll tell you what, he might be able to run as well, if not better, than he can throw.
It's a 10-10 ball game, by the way, right now. 10-10 as we get ready to start the second half, looking there on our Gary's Body Shop scoreboard. And, the thing is that in the first half, really neither offense having much rhythm. 4 first downs for Bellaire to Wheeling Park's 3. Brett Clough leads Wheeling Park in rushing. He has, 66 yards on 4 carries. 64 of them came on the big burst. So, and then you had a big play from Maurice Jeffries on a 69-yard touchdown that got them into the end zone. So really, even though both offenses have generated a touchdown, it hasn't been by anything sustained offensively.
As like I said, it shows you how smart I am. I said there's not too many 40-yard or better runs, and that's what we've had here.
Yeah, that's really what
I think this game is really being dominated by a couple situations, and I tell you, one of the situations has been Tominac. I think Tominac is outstanding.
On both sides.
On both sides of the ball, and you can say the same thing about Damon Jeffries and Bellaire. Now, he used a stupid thing down there when he got the face mask.
Pulled Tominac's helmet off.
And that got him down in there. But I would tell you something. Those two kids are pretty good football players. Not that they're the only ones out there.
Now, Maurice Jeffries has made a couple of nice, really big plays. He had the 69-yard touchdown for Bellaire, and he's played solid on defense as well for the Big Reds here in the first half. And
I think the biggest difference that I see in this game right now, it looks to me, and I'm sure Coach Magister is going to try to utilize it more so. I'm very impressed with the speed of Bellaire.
Yeah, they've got a ton of it. I tell you, when I was down there for the preview about 3 weeks ago, it was very noticeable the amount of speed they have. And, Coach, you almost run into a situation where you got so many skilled kids and so much speed, it's almost hard to get them all involved in a way.
Well, that's one thing about Coach Magistro. You got to keep him happy.
Yeah.
So he must be keeping him happy because he's still getting them. They got to get in there, and it just seems like John doesn't make any difference who's in there. They're going to run the ball and they're going to pass the ball. But I'll tell you the thing about it, as I said, Brock Redmond's been in for a couple plays, and he may be their best player.
Yeah, he's got a banged-up ankle that's really held him back. Here's Fortney from his own 10. He's got some running space, trying to get outside. He's over the 30, sidesteps a tackler, and works his way up over the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Once again, tackle was made by you-know-who, Damon Jeffries.
That's all you got to say right there.
I'll tell you what, he's been all over the field. Sometimes the young man,
he's been banged up.
He got hurt a little bit early. He's limping a little bit, but, I think the big thing is you got to keep your head.
Yeah, brings up first down as Park starts the second half on offense here. Pretty good field position from their own 37-yard line.
Park comes out in the split left formation.
Here's Kowski under center, single wide out to each side.
There comes the counter again.
And here's the handoff to Clough.
Clough come up in there.
And boy, he's still keeping his feet over the 40 to about the 42. It's going to be a gain of about 5 on first down.
Yeah, a lot of arm tackling in there. I'm sure Coach Stoltz not real happy about that. That's why I always told my kids if they wanted you to tackle and block with your arms, they put pads on. But, you know, the kids will grab, and it doesn't make any difference where you're at. You see it in the NFL. They're doing the same thing at times.
Well, you know, I unfortunately, I think it's a trickle-down thing. We see a lot more of that in the NFL these days, and that's what the kids watch every Sunday.
They're in a sprint right. Here comes the counter again.
There's Clough again. He breaks a tackle, and Clough, big running room over the 50 and down to the Bellaire 48-yard line. Boy,
tackle made by Mancini, but once again, they're not getting a helmet on these people. And I'm going to tell you something: with Clough and Tomanek, you're not going to. You might bring them down, but they're going to drag you for 5 or 7 yards when you grab a hold of them.
Both of them are like they're a good bounce runners. They kind of bounce off tackles, if you will.
Well,
you know what I mean?
They're stout, stocky, not stocky, but you know, bulked up kids, and you know, one's 190 and one's 210, and
here's split backs with them once again.
Right
Tomanek and Clough. First down from the Bellaire 48.
They run a cross, Buck, run into each other.
Here's Clough breaking a tackle. He's over the Bellaire 40 and down to about the 36-yard line. A play that was almost busted up in the backfield. Turns out to be a gain of about 12 for Wheeling Park.
Brock Redmond made the tackle, so he must be getting healthy because he's playing defense now.
Boy, this is a kid, Clough, who's a junior, who's really kind of having a coming-out party tonight.
Coming out from nowhere, you know.
Here's again, watch this, good run.
You know, that was a bad handoff.
Breaks a tackle from Lucy. Redmond finally takes him down. 1st and 10 from the 36. Maybe this is some of that consistency and motion and rhythm that
split right formation again.
Park was wanting from their offense. Kowski will give it to Tomanek this time.
Isolation. Tomanek come up here, not much in there, but he picks up a couple yards.
Able to make positive yardage, a gain of about 2 over the 35 to about the 34 is where they'll mark him.
Mancini on the ball. Let me see. There's number 9 or number 8 in there, Jason Wiggins for Bellaire. But, you know, Belaire's or Park's pounding in there pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised here pretty soon that Park come out and Kowski come out and run a boot or run a little play action pass.
Take that handoff in there and roll him out. Split backs again with Kowski under center.
Same play, cross buck.
Well, that hole was there. He just got tripped up at the line of scrimmage a little bit.
That's the same play that he broke for 65 or whatever it was earlier. That's the old Syracuse Scissors, old Ben Schwartzwalder play. Just the old people listening.
Who played at WVU but coached at Syracuse.
That's exactly right. From Parkersburg.
Yep. Here's 3rd down and about 7 now for the Park from the 33-yard line.
Come on, they're in a split right formation.
We'll see if we might have play action on this play on 3rd and 7.
There it is.
And Kowski looking
He's
got Stefano open, and he makes a nice catch, does Nick Stefano.
I'll tell you, it was
down at the 25. He had to go down and get that ball.
That was a good play, but I'm going to tell you something. Justin Wood was all alone on the post. There wasn't anybody 10 yards of it. You look it down there if we can see it.
Well, he come in there. Wood here, yeah.
He broke it right now. He was wide open.
Nice catch by Stefano to stay with it, and it moves the chains for Wheeling Park.
Yeah, you're never going to go too wrong throwing the ball to Stefano. Okay, they come in an I slot left.
Twins to the near side now. Here's Kowski, that is, under center.
There's the Bronc isolation again. I'll tell you what, that was pretty good
there.
I'll tell you, he broke 2 tackles because Ryan Kaiser was in there first, and then Shawcross come in there before they made the tackle inside. And it's who made the tackle, but
Jeffries one more time. Good job by Fortney to keep his feet and try to pick something up. Did get 2.
Jeffries
2nd and 8.
Out of the ball game.
They'll send Wood to the top side. Friend to the bottom here. Kowski's under center. Split backs.
Yeah, they're
offset eye.
Offset eye.
Yeah.
There comes the boot.
Oh, he's got him wide open. He had Clough wide open. Now he's going to try to turn it upfield. Kowski inside the 10 and down to about the 6-yard line. Then he kind of pounds the turf. I think he thought about throwing it to Clough, but he waited too long.
He had 2 of them. You know, I used to always tell quarterbacks, you know, take what you're sure of.
Here's the replay.
Take what you're sure of.
See if we can see Clough open or not. We're tight on Kowski here. He had Clough wide open, but Clough then turned into a blocker and did a nice job right there to pick up a block for him.
But, you know, like I said earlier, you know, Kowski may be a better runner than he is a thrower.
He is an excellent running quarterback, that's for sure. And that's what makes him effective on the corners when they put him on the boot.
See, that's the thing. He's got to get out. He's got to get out on the corner, in the flood zones and sprints and rolls. And
here's the eye, and here he is. Oh, he's got a blocker in front of him to the corner. Kowski diving, touchdown, Wheeling Park.
I think that was run all the way. That was run. I don't even think that was a.
He had Kevin Scott, number 72, leading the way, but Scott didn't have to do much more than just get out of the way. And Kowski did a nice job just to get to the corner. And as you said it the play before, he's an excellent runner.
That was a pretty good drive.
And that was a good drive. Yep.
See, that's just run all the way.
Well, that's the way you want to come out of the locker room.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Nardoni said they want to get consistency. So whatever adjustments they made the right ones so far.
DiLorenzo's kick is up, and it is good.
DiLorenzo's got a pretty strong leg.
Now he hit a 43-yard. You don't see too many 43-yard field goals in high school football.
And I mean, he hit it pretty good too.
Yeah. Well, with that, Wheeling Park takes the lead right back on the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard. It's now 17-10.
Let's see if we get
in favor of Wheeling Park.
From Bellaire, and
we had that. The last time Park got a touchdown, boom, Bellaire came right back and got that big hitter to Maurice Jeffries for 69 yards. But if Park was looking for consistency, for rhythm from their offense, they may have just found it right there on that drive. 4 minutes and 35 seconds on the drive that time. And, Park won the time of possession in the first half as well. They had it nearly 3 minutes more, 10:47 to Bellaire's 7:55. So even though the offense, maybe, Coach, has not been able to have consistency, they have been able to hold the ball longer than Bellaire.
Well, another thing was, if they would have taken advantage that first quarter, that good field position,
this could be a much different football game.
It could be.
But you come out in your first game, you're going to have jitters. The kids are going to be, a little unsure of themselves at first time. And I think Mark has to be pretty happy,
absolutely,
with coming out at half. The kids are a little settled down now. Now, if you're John Magistro, probably not too pleased with the way your defense came out of the locker room. Now you want your offense to come back out and pick it up. Good kick again by Ackerman. It's inside the 5. It is returnable. Running room here, and good running room for Bellaire.
That was
bringing it out that time. I think that was Kaplan, number 45. Boy, he got an excellent return
like I said,
to the 25.
You were talking earlier about skilled people. That's probably about the 8 or 10 players from Bellaire who touched the ball.
Well, when I talked to John earlier this week, I was getting his starting lineup off of him. I mean, he told me, he said, I'll give you these names, but I've got 4 or 5 kids that I can put at tailback that could all start. And the same thing at wide receivers. So they've got a lot of kids that really have talent and skill.
They got Jeffries at tailback.
Fisher's back there.
Fisher, I'm sorry.
Yep, they're going to give him the ball. Tomanek stands him up.
Again.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Tomanek's an awfully good linebacker.
Well, you are right.
I just think he's just a very good football player.
Yeah, he's down right now. That's not a good sign for the Park.
Cramp.
Yeah, that's true. On a night like this, with the heat that we've had, and the humidity, and if you don't, the thing is, coming out of the locker room, and it looks like that might be what it is. One of the
Pete's
cats
out there. Pete will take care of it.
Pete Chockless, team trainer for Wheeling Park.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
they're looking at the left leg.
He got a cramp.
Looks like it's that left calf, probably. Pete's trying to rub it out.
Well, as I said earlier, I question and. Once again, all coaches have an opinion. It's a warm night, and I didn't understand Park being with the long socks. I used to have my kids, pull them down, get some air on them.
Now he's got the other one that's cramping up.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get it. You get on a warm night, and particularly if you got a soft feel.
And the thing is that if you've never had a leg or a calf cramp up, you don't know the pain until those muscles just start to contract in there. And
trying to get one out in the middle of the night, that's what's tough.
And you've told me some stories about some of that too.
I'm telling you.
Some of those days, I'm sure. Some of those road trips you've been on and laying in a hotel bed late at night just trying to get up and get out of bed can be difficult, I'm sure. There's John Magistro on the sideline while they're working on Cody Tomanek. We're going to take a break. Looking at the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard, it's 17-10 in favor of the Wheeling Park Patriots. We're back with more after this. Gary's Body Shop scoreboard has it 17-10 Wheeling Park.
Blaire's in the slot left in motion. There's that cracked screen again.
Trying to get it to Fisher. Park does a good job to get there. Fisher does a good job as well to try and just turn it upfield to get some positive yardage. He'll take it to about the 30.
But I'll
it's
tell you
still
what,
going to be third and about 5.
He cut it back, and Tewksbury said put a good lick on him coming over there.
Well, you know who else got over there quick, too, was Nick Stefano from his defensive end position to turn him back up inside, back into the tacklers. Not allow him to get to the corner and to the sideline, where we saw earlier the speed that Fisher has if he gets to the corner. He can really turn it on. And that's the thing. I mean, here's another situation where you got a guy like Fisher that he could play tailback for just about anybody.
Well, he's at tailback.
He's at the tail right now, behind Damon Jeffries.
There comes the boot.
Liberati's rolling.
He's got them both.
Going to lob it, and he's got his man open. Threw it behind his intended receiver, Jason Wiggins, and Wiggins just couldn't bring it down, and Maurice Jeffries was wide open
behind
downfield.
10 yards behind everybody.
He probably could have walked into the end zone if Liberati could have found him, but just didn't spot him there. Here's the replay for you, Coach. And he
come out there. He got them both right now.
He had multiple options. He probably had 3 guys he could have thrown it to because Damon Jeffries was open underneath. You see Jeffries is right there. He went to
he's got 3. He run a 3-pattern flood and had them all open.
God, he threw it to a guy that would have had a first down, but just it was behind his intended receiver.
You got to commit to these. You got to.
There's a wobbly kick.
Good bounce.
Comes off the side of the foot there, but Bellaire does get a pretty good bounce down to the park. 46 is where it dies. But if you're the Patriots again, here's an opportunity with good field position.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I may be wrong, but I think that if Park takes one in here, it could be a.
Well, this is where if you're Bellaire, you need your defense to step up right here.
Right.
This is a big series for both teams. If you're Park, this is a chance, like you said, you can start to put a little that measure between the two teams. If you're Bellaire, you want to make it stay a 7-point game and put your offense back out there.
Park's in a split right formation. Bellaire's bringing linebackers.
Here's Clough.
There.
Trying to get outside. Boy, good job by Bellaire there. I think that's Clay Boston, and it is. Penalty downfield. Who are we going to have it on? Jeffries and Wood. Maurice Jeffries and Justin Wood were tangled up, a little extracurricular, and now
I think they call it.
Looks like it's going to be on Bellaire because Clay Boston's not too happy. He just made an excellent play behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
See, that's a situation. You're 20 yards from the play. That's ridiculous. You know,
another personal foul. Boy, Bellaire's had a couple of big personal foul penalties that have just killed him.
You can't do that. You got to keep your cool and that.
Yeah, that's. And they're going to bring Maurice right out. John's not going to be too pleased with that, I'm sure. I didn't see it, so I don't know exactly what the young man did. So, can't get on him for that. But obviously the referee saw something he didn't like. Well, again, a big penalty that hurts Bellaire. Park's on their 40 now, leading by 7.
They're in a wing right, slot left, single back.
Here's Kowski with his 2 wideouts to the bottom. They're going to give it to Fortney. We've got a penalty flag, probably holding on the Park.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I call get even calls. I always called them that. I think this might be the first big penalty for sure. And I don't know, Park hadn't been penalized too much. There comes young Lucy out at him. He's limping. He got something wrong. He got a bad looking leg here. I don't know what it is.
And Adam Shawcross was a little slow in getting up as well. Another one of those big guys on that line. Another tackle. And holding, I believe. Did Butch make the call here? Here we go. Holding against Wheeling Park. That'll take a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Takes it back to the Patriot 49. And boy, it is going to be 1st and 20. First in a whole bunch.
Yeah.
See how much of it Park tries to pick up here.
They're on offset eye left, strong right.
Here's Kowski under his center.
There comes
he's going to ride it to the near side. Oh, he's got Clough overthrows him, and it's intercepted again. Another high throw.
That time
he had Ziegler downfield.
Ziegler run a hitch and go, and I'll tell you what, he was wide open.
Well, there's the big play that Bellaire needed defensively, Coach, to give him back.
Right.
Give the ball back in the hands of the offense, and Kowski, again, for the second time tonight, overthrows his receiver, and the ball gets tipped and intercepted.
Well, I don't know what his reads are, and I can only say how, I was coached and how I always coach. When you got a flood, right, I always taught the progressive read. You take your deepest pattern and you work your way back down. And I'll tell you, that second or third time tonight, that they've had their deep man wide open.
Bellaire's got to take a timeout. You know, the other thing that I've noticed, at least on that play, not on the first interception he threw, but at least on that play, as a right-handed quarterback, rolling to the left is very difficult as well. You know, if you're a right-handed quarterback trying to roll to the left and throw across your body can be a difficult play.
When you're going right or left, you never can throw across your body. You got to get your shoulders squared up and throw. And that's hard to teach a kid to do that. You know, a lot of kids think they got enough arm strength to do that.
And it looked like he did try to throw more across his body than get completely set.
I mean, you don't necessarily. Oh, thank you. You don't necessarily have to get set. You just have to get your turn. I always say you get your shoulders square with the goalpost, and you're okay.
Well, Bellaire had to take a timeout here before they ran their first play after the INT. As we said, Bellaire has dropped some balls and put some balls in the ground, but the turnover bug really hasn't bothered them. It's been Wheeling Park that's turned the ball over and given the ball back to Bellaire in certain situations.
Absolutely.
So Park will call on their defense to try and keep this 7-point lead with 5:07 to go. You look at the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard. It's 17-10 right now in the third quarter in favor of Wheeling Park. Bellaire will take over, 1st and 10 after the interception by Josh Fisher. He's played well also tonight.
Blaire's in
number 15.
3 slot left. Motion.
Redmond.
The trip set. He got him.
Pump and go, but it's going to be picked off by Justin Wood. And he's got some blockers, but a good tackle by Brock Redmond.
I'll tell you what.
Redmond may have just saved a touchdown right there.
Not only that, but Maurice Jeffries, if we can see it on the replay, was wide open right down the middle. And it looked like
the intended receiver, I don't think was even looking for the ball.
I think he threw in the coverage.
Well, pump and go. And who was the intended receiver that time? Was it 25? Was it Adulto that time?
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
But he wasn't even expecting the ball. And there's another big turnover. So there's a turnover that hurts Bellaire tonight. And boy, Park has excellent field position at the 37 after the interception by Justin Wood.
There comes the cross. There comes the counter again.
Here's Club. Oh, he's got the ball behind his back, but he's able to continue to run and put it back in front. Almost the old behind the back fake there that time by Brett Clough, trying to hide the ball from the defenders, if you will.
Somebody stripped him.
And we've got an injured
Blair
player.
Got a man down.
Mancini, I believe it is. Watch this, though. Watch the ball with Clough. Somebody gets a hand on it through the line of scrimmage.
They run a cross buck that time.
Watch this right there.
There it is.
Number 2 for Bellaire. That's Ryan Kaiser.
Well, I can't believe he held on
to that.
You
talk about a good play by Clough to hold on to the football.
Clough got pretty good hands.
He's played an excellent football.
He has. He has. I'll tell you what, he's a good size fella. You know, he's 5'11", 190. You know, Park's awful young.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking down through here.
578-031. The game ball winning ticket number on the blue ticket stub is 644056.
I take a quick count. They got 11 seniors if I'm counting right. Once again, there, Blair got it cramped up.
Yeah, that's Mancini, I believe, who was down. There's that's a great play.
I'll tell you what.
By Clough.
His mom and dad will make a copy of this film. He'll keep that forever.
Yep.
Helen Tomanak of Wheeling is our winner of the 50-50 drawing. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause.
There is Mancini.
Mancini for the Big Reds.
Will be making his way off the field.
Mancini's been pretty active tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this reminder, the Patriots Next to Him contest is coming up September 20th when the Patriots play host to North Marion. Game time is 7:30 here at Wheeling Island Stadium.
All right, Wheeling Park now with 1st and 10 from the 25.
There's a split right formation.
Here's Kalski.
Straight
to Tomanak.
Tomanak
just
to Tomanak.
Trying to bust his way up through there for a couple.
The carrier, Cody Tomanak.
Dalto on the tackle for Bellaire.
Bryce Dunlap. Scotty
Gain all for Wheeling Park of about 3 by Tomanak. It's a situation where Park now probably wants to try and run a little clock here, even though we're just late in the third quarter, and try to drive something into the end zone here. Already up 17-10 over Bellaire.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Here's Kowski now.
We're in a split right formation again.
Ziegler to the bottom, Wood to the top. Fake and the keep, and Kowski trying to get to the corner, but a good job there for Bellaire, turning him right back up into the field of play for the Big Reds that time. I believe it was Scott Antonic there, number 29.
Yes.
Antonic did a nice job really to not allow Kowski to get to the corner and forced him back inside.
Redmond's coming in on defense, so
now it makes it 3rd and 7, so really not much of a gain at all that time for Kowski. Wheeling Park, though, in what you would consider 4-down territory now. See how much they can pick up here on 3rd down. See if they elect to keep it on the ground or go to the air. They'll roll the pocket. Kowski has his man knocked out of the hands that time of the intended receiver, Nick Stefano, nicely by Jason Wiggins.
Wiggins made a heck of a play. Now, I'll tell you what, Kowski, that might have been the best, not to throw so much. He put it there. But I tell you, he avoided the rush. He planted. He sat there. You watch him. Squares up.
Yep. Put it right there.
Good ball.
And really, just it was an excellent play by Wiggins. All right, we're going to bring DiLorenzo back out on for what will be about a 40-yard kick this time.
About a
39-yarder. Yep, he had a 43-yarder to close the first half that tied the game at 10. DiLorenzo from 39 yards. Got under it way too much that time, and it winds up well short. Got under it too much, and the kick is no good, and so Bellaire steps up defensively, ending what was a pretty good Wheeling Park drive, and also averting what was a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. They're able to escape and still only down, as you look at the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard, by 7, 17-10 with 3 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Park's had a couple, or Bellaire's had a couple situations where they've sent different receivers, outside men, slot men, deep into the middle, and they've been open, and they just haven't seen them.
Yeah. Well, with Tomanek coming a lot, that middle's been open.
But I'll tell you what.
They look to keep the ball on the ground again, and Liberati still has it.
I'll tell you, that was a heck of a fake in there.
And boy, did Redmond carry it out to perfection as well.
That's who I'm talking about. I thought he had the ball.
I did too. And it's a gain of 11 for a first down for the Big Reds. You know, that's Liberati and Redmond together making that play come together.
I tell you, Redmond's been a hard luck kid. He got hurt in the second game last year, and they're real high on him. He's got an ankle problem now. Because I'm gonna tell you something.
He's a player.
He is a player.
Yeah. I asked him before the game. He said the ankle was okay, but it's probably slowing him a little bit. All right, here's the give this time to Damon Jeffries.
That's that option look.
And Jeffries takes it up over the 35 to about the 37, 38-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 7 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. Second down, and it'll be about 3 for Bellaire from about their own 37-yard line. Liberati is under center with 2 wideouts to the near side, 1 to the top.
There comes the option.
And Liberati still has it, looking for some blockers. He's got running room on the corner.
I tell you, Liberati's not a bad runner.
Runs the ball well. Had a nice touchdown run a week ago of about 30 yards for a touchdown for Bellaire.
That's the first time I've seen him run the option with the pitch man, and he slowed up and let the pitch man be a lead blocker right here.
Had Redmond out there in front of him, as you said, and finally taken down by Justin Friend, number 84. First down, though, for the Big Reds. They're just shy of the midfield stripe at about the 48-yard line. Twin wideouts to the top. And Damon Jeffries lined up on the wrong side.
Left flank or right. There's Redmond.
Here's the give to Redmond. Look out. Brock Redmond. Penalty flag is down. I think we're going to have a holding on the Big Reds. And this ball's going to come back after what was an excellent run by Brock Redmond.
I think it was
so again, the penalty bug. The penalty bug just killed Bellaire. Yep. Penalties have just killed Bellaire tonight at certain times, whether it's been offensively or defensively. Maybe illegal use of the hands there. There's Damon Jeffries asking our referee, Butch Minkemeyer, what the penalty was probably about. Block in the back is the official call. So that's a 10-yarder there. It'll take it back to the 40-yard line. Boy, another big penalty. That hurts the Big Reds.
That might be about 5, 6, 15 yarders Bellaire's had tonight.
Makes it 1st and 18 from the 40. Offset eye. They'll give it, though, to Redmond, and look out, he's got running room to the corner. With Maurice Jeffries in front, Redmond is taken down at about the Wheeling Park 35-yard line. That's more than enough for a Bellaire first down. Gain of about 25 yards on the run that time for Brock Redmond. Boy, he gets to the corner, and you can see the skills that this young man has.
And I'm going to tell you something. He's running on one bad leg, too.
Watch him. You can see that a little bit there. You see that right ankle, I think it is just not getting up and down as quick as the other one. A little tentative and a little sore with it, but Redmond still an excellent football player. All right, first down for Bellaire from the Wheeling Park 35.
Slot left.
Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Give to Redmond again, and once again, Wheeling Park getting good pressure up the gut. There's Tominac, like you said, Coach, in again on the tackle, and that's going to be a loss of a yard.
I'll tell you, he's got to be tackled.
Now they'll say he was just stopped right at the line of scrimmage once again, so it'll be, well, they will give him a loss of about 1. 2nd and 11 will call from the 36. Talk about all the plays that Cody Tominac has been involved in tonight.
I'll tell you, we've called his name
offensively and defensively. We're down under 10 seconds to go. Here's the give to Redmond again. He'll stretch his way down to about the 30. Looks like they're going to mark him down at the 31. That's going to bring an end, though, to the third quarter. We'll head to the fourth. On the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard, the Patriots hanging on to a 7-point lead. It's 17-10 in favor of the Park. We're back with the fourth quarter after this.
Q0.
We're back at the stadium. Start of the fourth quarter. It's 17-10 Wheeling Park. Here's the give to Redmond on third down. And look out, Brock Redmond, another big carry there. First down for the Big Reds over the Wheeling Park 20. And down to about the 18-yard line.
You can see the difference. They're running those isolations with Bronx up in there. And I'll tell you what, he just, Redmond gets a seam, and he's up in there. You know, he's probably got 30 or 40 yards already. But
he's the kind of running back you like to. He doesn't screw around. He just runs straight ahead.
They're a different football team with him.
Yeah. But, you know, I mean, that's multiple kids. I mean, here you got Mike Fisher coming back in, number 7. He's a kid that can tote it. He did a great job last week against Columbus Bishop Reedy. They're lining him up as a wide receiver. A timeout. Oh, yeah, they were going to get a delay of game, and that is going to be their second timeout of the half. They're only going to have one timeout remaining now. And we're early in the fourth quarter. We'll see if that comes back to harm at all later in the game or not. But Liberati saw that the clock was down to 1. Had a little confusion about where everybody was supposed to be as well when they broke the huddle. And so they go ahead and take the timeout instead of losing 5 yards. They're on the 18.
For the 7 Sports Zone beginning at 11:10 tonight.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't have any stats on it, but I'll tell you one thing. Bellaire's been penalized a lot of yards already.
Yeah. The one thing you mentioned earlier, and I think what you see here, which I think is still very important, is the conditioning of some of these Bellaire big guys to be into the fourth quarter now. And you got guys like Lucy that are well over 300 pounds, and they're still opening up holes for these running backs.
You know, that's a good sign, you know. But, you know, you wonder, you know, they practice all the time in the daytime. They play all day games, so, you know, they must know it. Yeah, you know, Lucy's been, he got something on his leg. I don't know what it is, but I tell you, he's played a pretty good football game.
I mean, Duvall's down there. He's a 6'3", 290-pound guard, number 57. I mean, he's a big boy. Rawl, 6 foot 250 is the center. There's Lucy at the top.
I'd be trying to get these guys down and weight.
Here's Redmond. Tomanak makes the tackle after a gain of about 3.
About 3 or 4.
And it takes it to about the 15. But there for Park is Tomanak, and he's got the cramps again. You know what happens a lot of times?
Once you get him.
Yeah, you can't get rid of him. And he has got to try and continue to pump him fluids. But the problem is he's on the field so much.
Right.
Offensively and defensively, never really has a chance to come over and just get a whole bunch of water in him to stay hydrated.
See, what you got to do in weather like this when it's hot and you're sweating, everybody thinks you're losing a lot of sodium. But the thing you're really losing a lot of, you're losing potassium. And, kids eat some bananas, and usually will take care of that.
Yeah. Did you do stuff at halftime where you'd have kids eat bananas and stuff? I know some coaches will go through that.
We never went for half. We used to give them a Coke at halftime.
Yeah.
I
all hopped up on Coke, huh?
I think the best thing, I think the best thing to do is just give them water.
Sugar in them.
Everybody starts talking about electrolytes and everything. I was never smart enough to know what all that stuff meant. Go get a drink.
Get some water and get back out there,
That's
right?
all.
They're working on Tomanak there. You look at some of the crowd here at the stadium tonight.
Bellaire's got 5 15-yarders tonight. 5 total penalties.
And I bet you at least 3 of them have been of the personal foul category that would put that at about 45 yards in penalty there. They might be upwards to about 70 yards in penalties here tonight, which is definitely not where you want to be. And you still go back, Coach. I still go back to that first quarter when Wheeling Park was truly winning the battle of field position, and unfortunately for Park, they couldn't make anything happen. And but you turn that around. Look at the other side of the coin. Bellaire kept themselves in the ball game by not allowing Wheeling Park to get anything on the scoreboard in that first quarter. It's only a 7-point game because of that. Still working on Cody Tomanak. 11:19 remaining. The game has really slowed down now a bunch. It was a fast-paced contest, really, from most of the first and second quarters, but then really since about the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, this ball game has gone down to a crawl.
See, like the kids down like this, when I was good, I'd tell my trainer, get them up, get them off the field as quickly as possible. Take them on the sideline, you can work on them, whatever it might be. Now, of course, there's times when
you just can't.
When you can't do it. But
now Pete Chockless, the Wheeling Park trainer, is out there.
Pete's been
working on Tomanak.
forever.
I think it's been about 18 years or so now that he's been there. I think that's about right. I might be cheating him a year or two. Had him for biology.
Is that right?
Had him for biology. Yeah.
I know.
At the park. Yeah.
When my son, that's been many years ago, played in the All-Star game over here. And he graduated in what? I don't even know. 82, 83, I think 85, 84.
A few years ago, yeah.
And Pete was a trainer in the All-Star game then.
Yep. Well, here's second down and about 8.
Whoa.
And, boy, did Liberati know he didn't get the handoff up, and he got whipped.
They were going to run the option. They brought Redmond back as the pitch man.
And Stefano was there quicker than the pitch man.
They slanted into it and brought linebackers.
Yeah, brings up 3rd and about 8. Really, I mean, I have been impressed by Wheeling Park's ability really to just get to the point of attack quickly tonight, but it's been some of those big plays that have allowed Bellaire to stay in this ball game right now.
That was Stefano and Tewksbury.
Yep. We talked about Tewksbury at the beginning of the game from that nose guard position. He's done a solid effort once again here tonight. Here's a big 3rd and 8 play from the 16. Liberati's rolling, Stefano's chasing, and he has him, and that's a loose ball. No, they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Park coaches thought for sure it was a fumble. I think Bellaire recovered it anyhow.
Yeah, I tell you
Stefano had him, and that's an ill-advised play if you're Liberati.
I call him in the grips, but I'll tell you, if he wasn't in the grass, then that was in the grounding. But once
again, it's a big loss too, though.
If we look here, Park's just laying him back, and they're bringing him.
And look, his arm was in a throwing motion, it appeared there, but like you said, I mean, he was just throwing it into the ground.
Well,
Clayton Williams is going to try to come on for a field goal
to
try and cut it to a 4-point game. He'll be kicking it from the right hash. Going to the south. Park trying to bring a rush. Here's the snap. Park gets in there, and look who it is that blocks it. Cody Tomanak gets the pressure up the middle, and it's Tomanak that blocks it for Wheeling Park. Coach, he was untouched as he flew through that middle. And look, he's celebrating, but he comes up a little lame, still on those bad casts that he's got. But he's going to stay out there.
Straight up clean.
That's if you can walk it out. That's usually the one thing that will help you a little bit. If you can stay on your feet and try to move around a little bit. I don't know if we have that on replay. Watch this. I mean, Tomanek is untouched, and that ball had no chance. I mean, he nearly just took it right off the foot of Clayton Williams there. Well, that's a big play for Park once again, and what do you know? Look who makes it. Cody Tomanek. Here's Park now in an I set. They give it to Clough. He's just trying to pick his way through there, look for some kind of opening, but Bellaire again strong along that defensive front. Lucy's getting up off the bottom, and Damon Jeffries is around the ball one more time. Same names you just keep on calling out all night long. They continue to make big plays for both sides, for both teams.
I know one thing, if we were picking a player of the game, it'd be awful hard to overlook Tomanek.
Oh my goodness.
I'll tell you what, both sides of the ball.
And special teams now. Yeah. Makes a big special teams play.
Second down and 10.
Split backs now.
Split right.
That's Clough, I believe, taking 21. The carry. Or was that Fortney?
Fortney's in the tailback.
Yeah, that is
now.
Fortney. Not much.
See, I remember Fortney from last year. You know, when Banks got hurt, they brought him in.
And he did some nice running.
You know, he was much smaller then, but he was a scat back type. And you know, I thought maybe he had some big things out of him this year. We haven't seen much of it.
Mancini's got the cramps again. He's coming off the sidelines here. He's having a problem.
But I'll tell you one thing. It's going to be very difficult to keep young Clough out of there.
Yeah, Brett Clough has done a nice job. He's at the tail now, I believe.
Yeah.
Behind Tomanek, the fullback.
See, there's a counter. Counter option.
Trying to get to the corner, and he's going to be close.
He made the first.
I don't know. I think he might be just shy. You're giving it to him?
Made it by foot.
All right. You've been dead on tonight. I'll give you that.
Mike Fisher and Maurice Jeffries.
Kowski showed a little speed on that play, too, because he was getting some pressure. Found a way to work it upfield, and we'll see if he has the first down or not, Coach.
What, Mark didn't look like he got a real good spot.
Watch where he goes down here.
I thought he was up farther than that.
Yeah, see, you got the yardstick
right here,
tilted.
but look where they give him the mark back here.
I think he's going to be short from the mark, yeah.
Let's see where we're at.
Maybe at least a yard. And then again, maybe I'm completely wrong. Now Mark's setting in the punting unit. This will be a big punt. Kyle Ackerman is the punter. There's a look at Mancini. I talked about him coming off.
Yeah.
He's got a little higher up. Looks like maybe like in the back of the hamstring there or something in the left leg. That can be a tough one to work out, that's for sure. And he's an excellent inside linebacker for this Big Reds defense.
I'm going to tell you what, they didn't make the first. Now, what are we fooling? We're going to punt the ball away. Come on, officials. We've seen enough of you tonight.
Now, they were marking it from the exact spot on the sideline there, I guess. They brought the chains out, put it on the hash. All right, Kyle Ackerman, who we've seen put a pretty good foot to it, but he hasn't had much action here in the second half. And that can be tough when you're coming in cold as a punter. Off the sideline to get that leg stretch up.
We got teams ready to play. I don't know what the holdup is.
They finally blow it into play, I think, here. There we go. You wouldn't think that they might. No, I wouldn't think they would fake it here at all.
No, they were trying to draw him offside.
Now it's a low line drive kick.
Good bounce.
Going to get a decent bounce. Not the bounce that you thought it might give when it originally hit. Kind of hit and died instead of hitting and going end over end. Still, he sends it down to the 37 of Bellaire. Bellaire got a little bit of decent pressure on him that time. Ackerman had to try and get it out of there kind of quick, but still a pretty good punt, to say the least. He's an important weapon on this Wheeling Park defense, that's for sure. And offense, either way you want to look at it, offense or defensively, with his punting skills. Well, Bellaire, here we go. This will be a big possession for them, down 7 with 8:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Big Reds need to get something here on the scoreboard, down by 7. See what John Magistro has in mind on 1st and 10 from the 37.
There are the Twins right flex left. Here he's got him on a hitch.
Right to his receiver, Dalto, who stays on his feet.
Dominic Liberati.
And he'll get it up to about the 42-yard line. Dalto is the intended receiver who makes the catch, and like you said, Coach, they're going to give him forward progress up to about the 44.
You got a pretty good mark here.
Did he ever get to the 44? Let me see. Seriously, let's see here. He was.
Yeah, he may have.
Oh, geez, I don't think
pretty
so.
Close.
Well, that's about as good a spot as you're going to get.
That's him get even.
That was. I'm thinking that's at least a yard ahead of where he was.
Slot right, flex left, offset.
Here's Redmond. Just trying to dance his way through the right side. Gets it to the 45. Not much. And it's going to be third and about 2. Just short of about 2. Needs to get just shy of the 47. Liberati looking to the sideline, getting the signals as to what the next play will be. And Tewksbury's there once again, I mean, there's the names that you called. Tewksbury and Tomanek. Tewksbury and Tomanek. And Stefano's made some excellent plays defensively,
I really
too.
don't know if they blocked Tomanek tonight.
Well, here's a big 3rd and 2 for Bellaire from the 45, and Park once again stuffed Damon Jeffries.
They didn't stuff just Jeffries.
That was Ziegler that time, Jamie Ziegler.
That whole offensive line, Park just come in and whipped him. They just slapped him in the nose.
See if Mark's jumping about something over there on the sideline. I don't know if we have that again on replay, but Park just really.
Yeah, they just gonna watch him. They
just
smacked him in the mouth.
See if he gets, and see he's getting penetration back into the line of scrimmage. Yep.
They just slapped him.
Here's the punt now. Shepard. It's a low wobbly kick. Coming up to make the catch is Wood, and is it loose? If it is, it's recovered by Wheeling Park. Wood had to try and come up and catch the ball. Coaches always say they don't want the ball to hit the turf. He came up and tried to make the diving catch.
That's the worst thing you ever do with the football is let it bounce. So because it's not round, you don't know where it's going.
Hits that end and didn't go anywhere. Well, this again
we got 6-17.
And this is where Bellaire's defense needs to try and pitch a 3 and out. Yep.
At Park, I would assume they're going to try to eat some clock.
Well, they're going to spread the field and put
double slot. Tomanek, they're just going to feed it to him.
Here's Kowski.
Tackle to tackle. There's the trap, veer trap up inside.
That's good for a couple.
They spread them out, come back in and run a trap.
Tomanek, and if you're Park now, your best friend is the clock. You just want to see it run, but there's still 6 minutes. Long time to go in this ball game.
Oh, absolutely.
So Park needs to try and pick up a couple of first downs.
The thing about you got to look at it, Belaire's only got one timeout.
That's the thing, and I mentioned that earlier because they had to take one early in the 3rd and then one early in the 4th. And so they're down to just one timeout remaining. Park still has all 3 of theirs should they need them later. Split backs now.
Split right.
Single wideouts to each side. Kowski looking to throw. Oh, boy.
I don't understand that one, but
he had Stefano, but just did not have time to try and unload it to him. Probably trying to catch Bellaire off guard a little bit and trying to pick up some big yards, if you will, maybe a first down.
They don't need to do anything. They don't need to catch Bellaire. You know, they got the ball. They're up by 7. There's 5 minutes to go.
And that's a good play there.
They had 2nd and 5. Now they got 3rd and 20.
Ryan Kaiser's the man who made that play, number 2 for Bellaire. And now
they have to throw the ball.
Or just run a draw and punt.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yep. You know, if you want to pick up the first.
Now see what they elect to do here on 3rd and long now. They're going to throw. Trying to set the middle screen
to
play. Stefano. Clay Boston made an excellent play that time. He read it beautifully.
Played it well.
Clay Boston making the tackle for the Big Reds.
That's a big play for Bellaire defensively because they're going to get the ball back in probably some pretty decent field position unless Ackerman really just crushes one. Park had the middle screen set with Stefano, but it was Boston that ended that
Boston
play.
playing it, man. That's his cover right there. 4.5 to go, clock running.
Here's Ackerman. It's a good snap. There's a penalty flag down, and boy, he gets a boomer away. Back to the 35. Here's Fisher looking for running room. And he'll get some up and over the 40, up to the 46-yard line. Let's see what the penalty flag's about.
I think Park had a wide man out here was moving. John may just decline this.
Yeah, he got pretty good field position. Procedure penalty against Wheeling Park. And I think I agree with you here that they'll probably just go ahead and decline it because you've got the ball, it's in your possession.
Right.
Don't have them punt again and it's a turnover or the kid absolutely crushes one or something. You're in pretty good position at the 46, and that is what they're going to do. They'll decline it and just take the ball with 4:09 remaining in the ball game. Bellaire down 17-10 to Wheeling Park. Big Reds coming in at 1-0 after defeating Columbus Bishop Reedy last Saturday at Nelson Field, 28-14 for the Patriots. This their season opener tonight.
You know, we're talking about the size of some of these young men. You know, Adam Lucy.
Oh my!
You know, he weighs
305. They have him listed, but he's bigger than that.
He's a region shot champ.
Yep.
He started on the football team for 2 years. He's only what, a junior, sophomore maybe.
Here's the pass out to Fisher.
Crack
some running room. Fortney just hanging on for dear life, and he brings him down at the Wheeling Park 43-yard line, 42-yard line. That's a gain of about 12 yards on first down, and first down for Bellaire on the pickup.
You know, getting back to young Adam Lucy, he's also a basketball player.
Wow.
So, you know, he's got pretty good feet. He's pretty athletic, you know, and, you know, I personally, myself, you know, I think he'd be a heck of a lot better if he'd lose a few pounds. But, you know, with his weight and everything, he's played both ways the whole game. And
good stamina.
Right.
They're trying to reverse pass.
Don't throw it, son.
And it is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag.
That's terrible.
Yeah, because it took so long, you can't expect the lineman not to release. They're going to go downfield.
I mean, the play was completed.
You know, honestly, on that, Fisher's got running room. And with the speed that he has, I believe it was Fisher that was the man that threw the ball. Let's watch it here. He's got a chance to just try and turn it upfield.
Yeah, as I said, don't throw the ball.
Yeah, it was Fisher.
Right,
he's got open space. And with the speed he has on the corner, he tried to complete the pass that time. It was Mike to Josh Fisher.
That's lineman downfield,
an
losing
eligible
down.
receiver downfield.
Oh, they declined it. Well, it must have been incomplete. I thought
it was incomplete. Yeah, it was an incomplete pass.
I thought it was complete.
Yeah, no.
3:38 and a running clock.
Now it brings up 2nd and 10 now from the Wheeling Park 42.
Now, as a defensive coach, Coach Nardoni and his defensive staff are telling those defensive backs, back up, nothing behind
you,
everything
that's
in
for
front of you.
Rolling the little screen there, and they find a little flood route that time. They find Fisher, but Johnston makes the tackle for Wheeling Park. Defended that pretty well. Didn't allow Fisher to turn it upfield after he caught the ball.
Yeah, they're basically playing soft. So they go ahead and complete it. And,
gain of about 5. We'll bring up 3rd and 5.
We're going to come in there and let you catch it and make the tackle.
Clock turning now, down near 3 minutes remaining in the ball game.
36-yard line.
Both crowds on each side trying to encourage their teams.
Slot right, flex then left. Oh, there he is.
Give to Fisher. Looks like
close.
He's got a first down.
Close where he gets
very close. See what they give the spot at.
The carrier, Mike Fisher.
I tell you what,
he's going to be very close.
I tell you what, that looked pretty darn.
You know, and here's the thing: if you're Bellaire, honestly, well,
4th down.
They're saying 4th down. The thing about what happened there for Bellaire that's tough is the officials wanted to take a minute to see if it's a first down. The clock's just running. You know, and they don't have they only had one timeout left, so they had to go ahead and waste it. Or not waste it, but go ahead and use it. Now they're done. They have no timeouts remaining.
Well,
so
I think
they lost about another 15 seconds as the referee was looking to the sideline to see whether or not to call it 4th down or first down.
Well, you know, that's the thing. You're getting a slow call by the official.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and he lost a good 15 seconds off the play. That's for sure. Well, we're going to take a break. 2:36 remaining. 17-10 Wheeling Park on the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard. We're back with more right after this. Huge play here, 4th and inches. Bellaire will get it.
It's there. He plugged it up in there.
I think it was Damon Jeffries, was it not?
It was. Number 18 again.
It's a big first down. They'll stop the clock while they set the chains.
Once again,
and
Tewksbury.
now Bellaire's
on the middle.
Bellaire, I don't know if they've called 2 plays or if they're just going to signal it in from the sideline. An official's timeout.
Oh, come on.
Oh, my goodness. They have to measure. I didn't think it was close. Did you, Coach?
No, I didn't. And I think he got a bad mark.
I didn't think it was close. I thought he had a first down easily. And he probably does. I mean,
he's made it by a yard. I think maybe these officials went on TV.
Now they're on right now. It is a first down. Well, in a way, the good thing for Bellaire is it did stop the clock.
Right.
For the Big Reds. For Wheeling Park, you want that to get it set. Let's let the clock roll. Now 2:31 to go. 17-10 Wheeling Park. Bellaire driving. Oh, we got movement by Bellaire for sure there. Fisher took off early out of his back position there. He was flanking Liberati to the left and got started a little bit too quick. That's going to be a loss of 5. Back to the 36. It'll be 1st and 15. Penalty against the Big Reds again. There's another one.
That's right.
You know, that's enthusiasm, wanting to try and go out and make a play, but just jumping a little too quick.
2:25 running clock.
Bellaire has no timeouts remaining. Low snap to Liberati, got a man open, and it's caught. Pulled in by Josh Fisher. Down to the Wheeling Park 21, and that's going to be close to a first down. See if they decide to measure here. I mean, this has got to be entirely close that you would almost have to look at it one way or the other. Clock is stopped, and now they're going to say first down. And so now the clock will stay stopped while they move the chains, and I think Wheeling Park's going to take a timeout. Yeah, I think Mark wants to just talk it over with his defense here a little bit. Now Bellaire is in scoring land now, that's for sure, with Liberati in the passing game that they do have. The talented wide receivers like Maurice Jeffries, and you just saw Josh Fisher catch the ball, and Mike Fisher can do a lot of the same. I'll see what John decides to do now.
I'll tell you one thing we got. Bellaire has picked up the blitz.
Yeah, they have. Park's not getting the penetration they were getting before. We'll take a quick break. Back with more of the 4th quarter right after this. We're back at the stadium. 17-10 Wheeling Park on the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard. But they're just holding on to that 7-point lead as Bellaire is threatening with 2:12 to go in the 4th quarter. Excellent ball game we've had here tonight at Wheeling Island Stadium between 2 pretty good football teams.
Yes, it has, and I'll tell you what, neither team's folded their tent. I mean, they've just kept coming after it.
Liberati had a low snap, got his man out there, and it's through
right
the hands. Yeah, Maurice Jeffries just could not bring it in. That's a kind of, like a route line. I mean, he's going to the sideline, so he's going to catch it, boom, clock stops. Especially when you have no timeouts remaining.
Well, we got 2:07.
Yep, that at least, even though it's incomplete, does stop the clock.
Absolutely.
For Bellaire.
It's 2nd and 10. I look for John. He doesn't have any timeouts, but I wouldn't be surprised if John wouldn't take a shot down the middle.
Yeah. Well, because you got enough time where you can still get up to the line of scrimmage.
First down's going to stop the clock.
Here's Liberati, got some pressure to Jeffries again, just a little short, and he was getting some pressure that time. Tomanak was busting up through the middle for Wheeling Park along with Eric Haney, number 53, and he just didn't have enough time. It was feeling the pressure and just goes through the hands of Maurice Jeffries.
Toughest throw there is, square out from the opposite hash.
Pretty good coverage by Justin Friend, number 84, too. I mean, he was there with him.
See, like I said, now
it's a big 3rd down play here.
Now they're coming a slot over here. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of these backs run a circle route down the middle. I still wouldn't. There he comes.
Here comes Tomanak again. Got a man, and it's going to be a first down inside the 10 at the 9. Maurice Jeffries is the man who makes the catch. Clock will stop with 1:57 to go. Wheeling Park hanging precariously onto that 7-point lead. It's 17-10 right now. Bellaire is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
150.
Here's Liberati looking to the end zone. No, just short of the end zone. Caught, touchdown. Pulled in by Josh Fisher, and it's a 1-point game.
We're going overtime, sports fans.
Now we still got 1:48 left.
Yeah.
We got to get the extra point on the board first, Coach. We saw Tomanak earlier get busted through there and block that field goal attempt. Bellaire's got to get it blocked well here. He threw it short of the end zone. Fisher made the catch and got away from Fortney to score the touchdown. All right, this is the ever important extra point. Clayton Williams is your kicker.
Tomek's coming.
Here's the snap. High snap. Tries to get it down. He can't, and he's taken down in the backfield. Oh, the snap blew it up for him. I think that was Kresovic, number 68, who gets credit for the tackle, but it was the high snap. They never had a chance to get it off. Good job by the holder just to grab it and try to do something with it. Now, you know, that's the thing. I mean, everybody, you know it as well as anybody. Everybody thinks it's automatic. You know, you score a touchdown, all 7 points. That's one of the hardest things in football to do is the snap on a kick or on a field goal or on an extra point.
Hands team's going in.
Yeah, you know Bellaire here is probably, with no timeouts remaining, probably going to be forced to go for an onside kick. That's
absolutely. For sure. No timeouts. They kick the ball. Park doesn't have to do anything. Cover
just
the ball.
Kneel it.
Kneel three times
and it's over. So the Big Reds, boy, what a boy! If you're Bellaire, that's tough. That'll just pull your heart rate out, won't it? I mean, you battled back to get into it and tie the game up. You thought.
You know, the good thing about a game like this, Coach, Scott, is nobody's leaving.
No, good crowd here tonight.
Decent. Probably got 5,000-6,000
on a
maybe.
Warm night here, but the start of high school football season in West Virginia. This would be a tough loss for Bellaire because they've played well at times, but it would be a nice win for Wheeling Park to start the season off. That's for sure.
Right.
Little quick kick. Park gets it, and I think it's Justin Wood who just picked it up right off the turf there and makes a nice recovery for the Patriots. And it is Justin Wood, number 4 for Wheeling Park. Do you like that formation as an onside kick? When you were coaching, you probably spread them all wide, or did you pull everybody over to one side and then try to kick it? I mean, with the quick kick, you try to catch the guys off guard a little bit.
I'll tell you
There's multiple ways to do it.
The odds of getting a quick kick or a short kick are very simple. We used to try to, what we call a punk kick. We try to kick it into an open area right over the front line.
I like that.
And go for it.
And then run at it.
And run right after it. That's.
There's Kowski with the first kneel. Clock will run.
Brad Kowski will take the knee.
Boy, excellent football game here tonight, really.
Nice
we
game.
had some penalties and a few turnovers, but you know, for an early season football game, this was pretty good. Here's the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard. You can't get any closer than that. 17-16 in favor of Wheeling Park right now, and now the fans are starting to make their way out of Wheeling up Stadium on both sides. Now, if you're Kowski, what you got to do here is you got to get the center exchange.
Get the snap. Don't even step back. We're just taking knee right now. Don't even.
As soon as he takes a knee, he is down.
There you go.
And I said it, and it almost happened. You know, that's the thing. I mean, and you know, Bellaire, those guys up front, they're coming full go to strip that ball in any way, shape, or form, just to try and get it on the turf and possibly recover it. Now here's the third down play. Clock. This will be the last. This will be the final snap. And Wheeling Park,
tough game to lose.
Tough loss for Bellaire.
It would have been a tough loss
either way. Yeah.
I'm not saying that both teams, that either team played tremendously well, but
penalty.
You got to throw a flag.
Yeah.
Flags on the field.
Yeah. We might have one more play now. Bellaire say they recovered it. I don't think the officials are calling that because there was a penalty flag before the play I think started anyways.
Decline the penalty, Coach. They'll start the clock.
Encroachment defense. Somebody probably lined up in the neutral zone just trying to get a quick jump or came off the ball too fast. Either way, it extends the game about another 30 seconds longer than it needed to be. Well, once they blow it, you really don't even have to run a play, correct?
Nah.
When the clock, doesn't the clock start on the whistle? Or will it just be the play clock?
No,
that's it. You don't even have to snap it.
But stay in the huddle.
Don't even have to snap it. And that's what Mark's trying to tell him. Step back from the line of scrimmage. And now, what? Another penalty flag. And now we got an official pushing a kid. Oh boy, this is deteriorating quickly.
Well, you know, we get the game over.
Let's just, you know what? How about we just end the game and send the teams to their locker room the way it should have been a little while ago. Encroachment again against Bellaire. And then a dead ball, unsportsmanlike penalty against Bellaire. I think John wants to know the explanation as to what's happening out there. Well, and again, Park does not even have to go to the line of scrimmage.
Nah.
And if I'm Mark Nardoni, I'd say stand at the 50. Seriously, stand at the 50. Don't even go near the ball. And he's trying to tell him that, but they just stay in the huddle. Don't even break the huddle. Walk to the locker room if you'd like. Now that's it. Finally, maybe mercifully, the game finally ends in a standpoint of no more penalties can be called at this time.
I mean, see, you know, this is the game. You don't have to run a play. This is why I don't understand. I'm not trying to be picking on anybody. That was a terrible. Let the clock run. Let the game get over.
Well, it does finally come to an end, and Wheeling Park, by virtue of that the high snap on the extra point try, hang on for a 1-point-17-16 win in their opener tonight against the Bellaire Big Reds. And Coach, I don't know how many times coaches try to stress this fact, but special teams once again were huge tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
We had the 43-yard field goal by Di Lorenzo to close the half that tied it at 10. Then in the second half, we had the blocked field goal by Di Lorenzo, by Tomanak, and then right after the last touchdown was scored by Bellaire, the high snap on the extra point try. There's your ball game right there. You know, on those 3 plays.
People lose track that 25% of all plays in a high school football game involve kicking.
Yeah.
And people just lose track of that. And you know, the good programs, they spend a lot of time on.
Oh, you have to.
A lot of time on it.
You have to.
I mean, there's guys that have careers in the National Football League for 10, 12 years just running under kicks.
Well, and you know what you see these days, Coach? You see guys in the NFL, not to revert onto the NFL a whole bunch, you see guys signing multi-year, multi-million-dollar contracts that are long snappers.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can make a living. I mean, Mike Schneck from the Steelers signed a multi-million-dollar contract because he can snap the balls correctly to a punter.
Absolutely.
And get crushed after he snaps the ball. But yeah, I mean, and that is such a key in football. And you're right, people just overlook it. And a lot of times, like I said, you know, people take for granted that an extra, you know, when you score a touchdown, it's 7 points.
And
it's 6, and then you got to put the extra point up
it's
to the
It's not an easy thing to do either.
Now, and unfortunately for Bellaire, that's what cost them a possible victory here tonight at Wheeling Island Stadium. So the final score once again on the Gary's Body Shop scoreboard, 17-16 in favor of the Wheeling Park Patriots. We'll take a break. We'll come back with some final thoughts in a moment right after this.
Q0 Graphics Equipment.
Park in Bellaire ends with Wheeling Park winning 17-16 over the Bellaire Big Reds. And you know, let's reverse to last season. Park beats Bellaire 24-20 to start the season, but then they go on to lose 4 of their next 5 ball games. So while this is a good start for the Park, Mark Nardoni wants this to just be kind of a springboard. I think he thought hopefully that's what it was going to be a year ago. Now they've got Steubenville down the road now. So, I mean, they've got some tough games that await them. The North Marions of the world, the Morgantowns, all those schools, East Liverpools. And so this is a good start. But for Mark Nardoni, they got to build from this point and move on.
Well, you know, he's got some pretty good blocks to build on. And, you know, when you start looking there, Tolmanak and Stefano and what's the back's name? McGough?
Clough. Brett Clough. He's got to be a kid you like tonight. I mean, last year it was Tomanak that had a coming out party in this Bellaire game when he shined as a sophomore. Now tonight is kind of Brett Clough that has a coming out party.
You know, you want to get some more consistency with your quarterback and go from there. And I think it's a combination of things. I think coaching wise, you know, you got to get into some stuff that you know, he's capable of doing, and don't try to put him in situations.
And quickly for Bellaire, obviously Redmond being healthy is a big help.
I think it's a different football game altogether.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know, if he plays the whole game,
at 100%. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, he's an excellent football player. Hopefully, he'll get that ankle taken care of and start to be a little better down the road for the Big Reds. Coach Dan McGrew, thanks once again. Pleasure working with you.
My pleasure.
See you next Friday with our fair game, the Belmont County Fair Game, Union Local and St. Clairsville from the Belmont County